Greetings. Greetings, everyone. So much love. Yo, let me hop into this first comment, yo. And guess what, y'all? Guess what? Hold on one second. Hold on one second. It looks like it's just me tonight, so I have no one. I have no restraints tonight. That means dangerous. Oh my goodness. Let's share this, my friends, because I want everyone. What has been my whole reason out here for prosperity for the people? What is this? Pirate chain. Oh my. 40 cents overnight. What the what? It popped up almost double overnight. Oh my. Oh, but money. Don't care about money. Don't you want resources? Don't you? This is the answer to free the entire realm. And we shared it last night. Thank you to Loomz. Thank you to Moonfeather. Thank you to Chris Miner. You know, we have shared last night in the second episode how to free yourselves from all the dystopian nonsense. You don't need banks. You don't need lizards. You don't need those that eat and hurt people. And while I'm here with 0 listeners, you know what I'm saying? Like, so much love. It's funny. I listen to people, you know, I'll check in some other chats. It'll be like, they got like thousands or whatever. It's like, are they really benefiting you? You know, this is the whole thing, yo. You know what I mean? But shout out to the Quantum Portal. Let me read the homie's comment, yo. By the way, welcome, dog. I don't think I know you that well, but I appreciate you coming through, man. Like, for real. We be making it all up in the present moment, right? Creators be creating. Matchsticks on the eyelids time. Let me think about that for a second. Matchsticks, dude. If your eyelids are matchsticks and you're living in with petrol sprinklers, that's interesting, man. Coming in for 2 a.m. here in the apparently dissolved, dude, the UK. Am I right, yo? You know, I've been going. I've been watching the UK vids, right? And there's some non-indigenous folks, at least recently, and it's wild over there, right? And you have the whole, that's the center of a lot of horrendousness, man. You know what I mean? Dude, and the old timers, man, you know, my mom's, rest in power, is from the UK, right? And I would share with her, like, what was it? It was one of those parades. It was like some the UK royal parade of something. I don't even remember. One of those lizards. I don't even want to talk about the horrendous darkness that they participate in. And she's watching it on the telly, right? And I'm like, moms, you know they hurt children, right? Yeah. Oh my, you know they're despicable, gross scumbaggeries, right? Oh, how could you say that? So I use that as an example, right? It's like how you say, you know, it's strange. It's like the Kardashians. We know this. It's like the celebrities, you know, the trendsetters. Oh, the royalty of whoever. What are they doing? They're wearing this and they're doing that. Isn't that weird, yo? You know what I mean? It's like, but shout out to the UK. Shout out to the homies. I know some real UK cats, like amazing people. I know some all the aisles, you know. Ireland, those in Ireland and Welsh and all Scott, you know, real amazing people. It's insane. But you know, you got digital IDs. UK is, yeah. I mean, it's a problem, and that could be anywhere. You go, everyone sits around, right? Like I've been in a lot of war torn, quote unquote, war torn areas, right? And it's like, oh wow, man. I'll be honest. I'm gonna share something. Shout out to the 0 listeners. I was working on the UAP, the military DoD for the U.S. all the UAPs, right, that were downrange. And it's so wild. I would watch, I'd be like, yo, they just went live. Their weapons went live, right? And it's like, okay. And then I'd watch them in the video, the same as the pilot would, right? So when you're again, when you're talking to someone out here on YouTube, who are you talking to? They're reading articles. I live this life, right? So you go all the UAVs, UAPs, whatever you want to call them, and it's like all of a sudden you see people, and all of a sudden you see a flash, and all of a sudden you see a bunch of bodies, and then they see like some people would be trying to get away, and in the chat they'd be like, "Oh, we got squirters," right? That's what they would call those that would get damaged and try and crawl away, right? I mean, and then they would light them up, right? I'm like, dang, yo, and I would talk to some of the homies, yo, like I just watched lives get wrecked. And then some of the guys would be like, yeah, man, we should just light this whole place up and just turn it all into a parking lot. Remember that old joke that people would be like, we should just turn Iraq into a parking lot. They would say it like they were being clever. What a funny joke, right? Turn it on the glass. It's like, bro, I don't know these cats, but watching them get annihilated, man, doesn't make my spirit feel so great. So I'm watching the UK. So you go, okay, who cares? What's that have to do with the UK? It's like, you know, I'm watching things happen in other areas, and it's like, oh, that's them, that's not us. It's like, yo, that's all this is a training ground to come to your neighborhood, yo. Anyway, so much love and gratitude again. Quantum Portal, appreciate you. Appreciate any like that anyone gives out here. We got Pirate Chain that just pumped overnight, thanks to the Ronin Experience show last night. Thank you to Loomz giving inspirational information to the homies about a technology and technologies working together to what? Free the entire realm of all problems and issues that you see and hear. We want to decode these. Oh, look at them. Oh, and you look at these people out here, right? They go, oh, I'm going to decode Hollywood. And they're with them Hollywood tribes. A lot of cats y'all listen to out here online going, look at this movie. I'm going to decode this movie. Oh, and who does the movies? The people decoding the movies are the same people with the people that make the movies. Okay, but they also don't help you prosper. Cool story. We know they're scumbaggery. We're out here, we're sharing tools, actual tools that every single person can use to starve the beast in an incredibly practical way. But who cares? What do I know? Who gives a fuck, right? Let's just talk about it. Let's talk about the spookiness and of this. It's like, my mindset is like, okay, I see the spookiness. Sweet. I got it. I identified it. What am I going to do about it? And we've been out here sharing. The Ronin Experience has been preparing for 2025 for several years now, specifically focusing on 2025. This is not your usual YouTube channel. You go, I don't see the vids. What do you mean? I'm deleting vids. My vids self-destruct. Okay? They're time sensitive. This is not sensationalism. Okay? Support the underground and it will support you. A lot of you guys don't know what I've done in the underground in an incredible way. You have no idea. Like, you really have no idea. And I don't have a money to sell. I don't have anything to sell. I don't have a product or service. I don't even care. Donations, I haven't got a donation in 2 years. So I removed all donation stuff. Like, there's no links to donate to this channel because no one donates. If someone said, I still talk about Loco Listens. He gave me the Ronin Experience $5 like 3 years ago. And I still talk about him. I can't even get people give me 20 cents. So who gives a fuck? But right now I'm out here talking. Oh, well, I need these videos to be edited properly and to do get out of here, yo. What does that do for you? We're out here trying to free the realm, real ones out here For me, I'm on YouTube on an incredibly limited time. I'm not going to be on YouTube soon. You will not be. If you don't support the underground, it will not support you. So when you look around in like the UK, who's going to help us? Who's going to, you're looking around in your state or your country or your area. Who can help me? No one's around. No, we're around, yo. You just don't support them. You'd rather tap into other cats that just give you sensationalism, right? But in the meantime, I have some good info tonight. I think it's just me. Shout out Moonfeather. She predicted the future last night. It was great. It's what we do here. We predict the future in very practical ways. This isn't goofy talk. Synchronicities back us up, blah, 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 blah. If you've been here around a while, you know the syncs back us up. Spirit, the universe, the oneness, the sim, the code, whatever you want to call it, backs us up every time. Often and regularly. So let me play a little. I like this comedian. By the way, I'm going to get into a lot of stuff. A lot of people are going to be butthurt when I share about their history and how everyone out here is either anchored or committed or invested in some sort of idea. And it's all based on Hermetics. And Hermetics is actually a fake phoniness. Rosicrucians. I'm into the Tibetan Book of the Dead. Oh yeah. Oh, that's fucking phony as shit. And I'm going to show you why. Back it up. I'm going to show you why. I can't fully back it up because I'm not going to do a 6-hour course every single day to retrain everyone's information. I don't have that time. No one supports me, so who cares? But I'll share you a little bit to let you know how I make these claims. Why, what, Hellenistic, this or that. Who wrote it? Who wrote the scripts to all this and when and why? Right? It hurts a lot of people's feelings, but who cares? This is the real ones only, no tourists allowed, and that's what's up. And that's what's up, yo. So let me share a little comedian thing. All right, we'll see. We're going to do a lot of video shares tonight. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the interaction. Appreciate the one homie watching. Whatever. So this is funny. Let's just let it rip. And then we'll get into some actual information, not just me babbling, right? Oh, you said no sound? Man, this new StreamYard, man, no sound. Okay, thanks, man. Dude, I'm telling you, the shares, I'm trying to share. I used to do this all the time. How is there no sound? I don't get it. It says share. Also share the sound. I mean, what are we even doing, yo? I'm going to try again, yo. You didn't hear any of that? Dang. I'm sharing it. Dude, they changed their stuff. It is so dumb. So let me back this up. I appreciate letting me know. Let me know if you hear this. I'll start it over. It's just a couple. This is like a minute. Something. No, can't hear you. No comedy sound. None. All right, I'm going to try. Let's just see what happens.
I'm sort of in a bad mood because I just found out the government shut down, and I just hope they're all okay, the politicians. Imagine being a politician having to rely exclusively on your $15 million a year from insider trading. Can you imagine what they're going through right now? I mean, if the government shut down, then who is going to spy on me and start regime change wars? Like, honestly, who is going to do that? It honestly just feels lonely jacking off without the CIA looking through the peephole. even showing off for? You think I wrote slut on my forehead and red lipstick for me? Without the government, I might have to go to downtown Baltimore and get my money stolen the old-fashioned way. Analog theft. What are my other options? I don't even know what opinions I'm allowed to have on Israel and Palestine anymore. I'm just at NYU campus with a blank poster board. Tell me what to think, Daddy. I don't know. Please. I just said Netanyahu was a huge hog. Play it safe. Play it safe. But it seems like most of it's about like healthcare and illegal immigrant healthcare. I'm a legal immigrant that does not have healthcare just because I live on the edge, but I have to pay for my elective colonoscopies out of pocket. Yeah, he knows. I get 4 a week. You guys don't get that? I like the thrill.
Anyway, you get the idea. By the way, oddly, I didn't know that was in a comedy club called Magoobies in Baltimore. That's actually where I'm from, folks. That's actually, I was born in DC, believe it or not. That's where I was hatched. That's where the dragon offspring was hatched. But I appreciate letting me know that it was sorted. Yeah, I just thought it was funny. You know what I mean? And a lot of people know. You see what I mean? Like, he's making a joke about it. So he's being strategic about how he shares the message. But you see, you know, this is a real thing. Dude, I got another funny one. And then we're going to get serious. Into the Hermetics and the origins of the false doctrines and all this Rosicrucian. Who wrote all that? Where did it come from? Who translated? Egypt is Egypt. How dare you? Egypt is a made-up word. America is Egypt. I'll show you why. How dare you? There's Pan-African. If you're like a Pan-African, for those that don't know, that's like, everything is from Africa. I'm from Africa. All that's bogus. You'll see why. And it's everyone. No one gets spared from whatever anchors you have in your avatarian identity, psyche. Everyone gets wrecked. Why? Because everything is a lie. Question everything. You know how all these things is like, question everything. Everyone's like, yeah. It's like, you sure? How about your foundational cornerstone roots? What if they are actually not so rooted and made up in very recent times? We'll see. Based on the ones that told you, this isn't even me. This isn't even opinion. This is the people that your Blavatskys and your Hellenistic stuff and your every single thing, your Tibetan Book of the Dead, your Greek, your Egyptian Hermetics, I'm Kemet. It was Kemet, was it? You sure? You sure? Hindu Buddhism. The everything, right? Everything. I'm gonna show you why. If you're getting butthurt about it, that's not my problem. You know what I'm saying? So, dude, I want to hear another funny. Let me just play another funny, right? Before we get into the stuff. You know what I mean? Hold on. This is just a funny, right? Here we go. Okay.
I was pretty sure he was my uncle. And then I'm flying around because, like, I'm a superhero, obviously. It's like a giant beer the size of a semi-truck, and I'm like, what?
Ryan, insane. None of us care because this isn't real.
Then how do you explain that?
No.
I'm still dreaming.
No, you're not.
I can do whatever I want.
No, Ryan, no. What the hell?
Nerd! I made out with your girlfriend. Fly! Fly away! Fly! I'm not dreaming, am I?
No.
So that's a real giant tanker, a Voodoo Ranger?
I guess.
Yeah. Used as a promotional tool to promote their delicious Juice Force IPA?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And I just lost all my friends?
Pretty much,
Honestly,
man.
kind of,
For
yeah.
today, at least. Made out with my girlfriend?
I like saw.
Yo, you guys dreaming? How do you know you're not in a dream? Isn't that? Yo, I love it. Through comedy, ridicule, everything in that way is like actually such a powerful message. You can't really defeat stupid. You know, we are in a battle against stupid, and there's no logic or even force that will battle that. But ridicule is an insanely powerful tool. So, yo, let me see, yo, Quantum man, appreciate you, man. Let me see what you got going on, dude. Your chats are crushing. It's so obvious to see. Common sense shall return. I hope so. It's our own dream. Oh, dude, and I just Sync. Shout out Sync's channel. This is the Sync channel. So I'm just dreaming the good stuff. One consciousness, one love, one this, whatever this is and isn't. Yeah, just one. All the ones. And shout out to the dream thing. Yeah, man, sync out. Yo, welcome to the Sync channel. We got syncs on syncs, man. Because why? Because the universe, the one, whatever that is or isn't, is with this channel, man. This is authenticity is the new currency. Yeah, man, you can't get butthurt out here. Watch cats getting butthurt, yo. Like, oh my, no way, oh my gosh, could you imagine? It's funny, bro, because I'll say a few things, right? And they'll be like, people will have told me, like, you sound like a black Israelite. It's like, yo, I'm not with anybody. I'm not with any team. I'm not outcome dependent. I'm just looking at it. I'm looking at all the intel, using my own discernment. I'm not outsourcing anything. And when I see the data and I can interpret it, I go, one thing I am good at is call a BS. I don't care how authorized, credentialed the BS is. If it doesn't check out, yo, it don't check out. You know what I mean? That's all. And whatever the results are the results. And that's it. And that's that. You know what I mean? So let me see. No thing is apparently real. I'm down with whatever. No rights or wrongs, just the bit in between. Yeah, man, the middle path. Bro, I mean, and it's funny because I might use terms. It's funny because we'll use terms because the hijackers of gnosis, of real, or whatever this realm is made of, built of, you know, they'll also use similar overlapping terms. So when you use certain terms and ideas, people will they'll attempt to put their own psyche scaffolding on you, right? Project onto you and go, you're this, right? Or you're that. Say, man, this is the mist. I'm a mystic for a reason, and there's power in the mist. I'm between the fire and ice, and I removed most of the videos of me. I don't want to show my face anymore, right? So I'm trying to remove that. But if you don't know, my friend, like the painting that I have behind me that I've just free-handed, just on a whim, it's the lone wolf and cub where he walks between the path between fire and ice. And that has no connection with any mystery school. And we're going to get into mystery schools and how phony they are. Why are they lying? Why are they phony? Because it's to just disempower everyone, right? No gurus here. But I love the homies' comments, man. We should probably be like best friends by now, bro. We could probably hang out, bro. UK. Being, yeah, real is the authentic ways forward. Yeah, love this frequency. Hey, hold on. Oh, by the way, love this frequency of perception. Hey, man, by the way, I want to disclaimer. I don't know nothing, bro. I don't know nothing. I'm out here gooning this realm. But I'm gonna get high score. Why not, yo? Why not I ain't here to just put a feather in my cap to go, let me tell you guys what I know. The quantum portal. Pull up a chair. Let me tell you about what I know about stuff. It's like, nah, bro. But you know what I'm saying? Could you imagine? By the way, quantum portal, I actually have the real answers. The problem is you're gonna have to get through my paywall if you want the actual stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you want a real actual, it's a paywall. But you know what I mean. But by the way, I'm not even mad at people with paywalls because most people ain't gonna help you out for nothing. You know what I mean? And I spread currency around. Anyway, hold on. We have a TRE vet. Let's introduce the homie. I've been out here rambling. This is basically, so far, has been the Mystic Ronin and the Quantum Portal show at this point. But here we go. I wish I had some cool like techno music to bring you in, yo.
I know. We need something like that.
Man, I used to love the sound. I had like these little sound things, but you can't trust me with a soundboard. The whole show, my friend, would just be me hitting soundboards.
What have I missed? I saw you were playing something.
I was so far I've just been having fun.
That's what it's about, man.
And
that's what it's about.
Have some action, believe it or not, my friends, Chris, and I have some actual stuff.
Oh, like, nice, perfect.
It's not, this isn't just me goofing. I'm goofing, but I have actual, things here.
Let's do it.
But real quick, and I have it ready. It's queued up. But Chris, how's it going, man? What are you doing, man? What's going on in your world? Not personal. I'm not trying to get private, but like,
no, so everything's all right. Everything's good, man. I just got back a little late. Sorry for being behind tonight, but I'm glad I was able to make it in time.
Yeah,
to see what's going on.
I think it's a good balance, and then that's why the tray, the Ronin experience, the three of us in threes is a good balance.
Yeah. I like that.
So yeah, and then Chris and I, Moonfeather's not here. She's a major component. But I think between Chris and I, we bring enough estrogen and feminine energy to make up for it.
100%.
Oh, and check out everyone's channel is in my description. If you guys, support the homies, right? This is a vibe tribe.
Yeah, show some love.
Yeah, if you don't know, I mean, we hang out with like the Mesas, the Third Eye Edifies, we hang out with Slick Dissidents. We hang out with a lot of different cats and support us. It is a vibe tribe, and you're welcome. And check people's stuff out, right?
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna play this video, right?
Awesome.
And it is gonna go into the stuff that I've been trying to say. Like, people may be like, where are these things you're saying? You should produce receipts. It's like, well, I mean, one, my receipts are written on my heart, so I can't print them out for you. But this gentleman, I'm gonna get him on the show. Watch, he's a homie. Like, I don't know him like that, but this guy brings it. Old books, brings it, and I want to play the end, and then we're gonna go back to the beginning. This is Rosicrucian. This is and everything is like, the thing is, like, if you're studying stuff, right? You're studying your Crowleys and your Merkabas and your sacred geometry, and you want to woo-saw into the Hindu, all the stuff. The problem is none of that is older than the 1800s and even early 1900s. And you may say, no way. Well, that's because the people that have presented the information have presented it as ancient knowledge, but they've been the presenters of it.
Yep.
Like translating the hieroglyphs of the Egyptians. It's like, that wasn't done until relatively recent. That wasn't done in the 1700s with the French Renaissance of logic and reason. Like, so their own math doesn't add up on who's doing what and where. So I say all that. Let's listen to this for like 2 minutes. Then we're going to back up and go through it. And it is like very edifying. You know what I'm saying, Chris?
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right, let's give it a chance. Let's go. Bye.
It was founded primarily by the Russian immigrant Helena Blavatsky. all right, Blavatsky, and then her connection goes all the way back to Jamal Afghani, the Persian, the Sufi, just like Diop is a Sufi mystic. It all goes round circle. All these people are agents. All this Pan-Africanism based on this whole Masonic symbolism and Hermetic teachings, theosophical, this fake Egyptian Freemasonic mythology. It says Jeets attended his first seance the following year. He later became heavily involved in the theosophy and with Hermetism. Remember, we learned about that Hermet Trismegistus, particularly with eclectic Rosicrucianism. Rosicrucian, just like the Oscar Society, just like Rogelio was a Rosicrucian of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. During seances held from 1912, spirit callings of Leo Africanus apparently claimed that it was Jeets' daemon. Demon? What is a demon? It's an ancient Greek daemon, which originally referred to a lesser deity or guiding spirit, such as the demons of ancient Greek religion and mythology, and a later Hellenistic religion and philosophy. Right? Demon sounds like daemon or anti-self, inspiring some of the speculations in Pyramila. So you see how these people are into the occult. All right, you see this all goes around. All right, so before we get off this topic now, just want to give a sample. One Pan-African. Famous Pan-African. Most of these Pan-Africans, they have the same story. You can do future videos on all of.
So I stopped it for a quick second. So he's and we're gonna get into this. But if you guys didn't see though from yesterday, it's like 6 hours, right? Of why Hermeticism, which is the origin of all false doctrines. Wait, I'm not sharing. Hold on, I'm sorry. Bro, I don't like this new StreamYard thing, dude.
It's weird, right?
Weird, bro. So let me just share. I'm not gonna play it. But this is, 6 hours, Enoch. You go, oh, I'm gonna research Enlil and Enki and the Enochians and this and the Ma'at and all this stuff, right? This is 6 hours. This is all based in all your stuff, your quote unquote stuff. I don't care where your teachings, quote unquote, come from. It's all based on this Hermeticism. And what if, just like gravity, what if the foundational so-called axiom is false? What if Thoth and Hermes and all that, Thoth is a Westerner. He's from Atlan, which is America. Egypt is America, based on a lot of things, right? Egypt isn't Egypt, right? That's another thing y'all need to work on. You go, no way. And I say all that, you go, why don't you prove it right now? Well, this is a 6 hour one show on proving it. The problem is it's actually not a 6 hour show to demonstrate that. It's more like a 10,000 hour show. You know what I'm saying? It's not a give me the smoking gun. It's deep, deep research. So question everything. That's conspiracy like monikers, and everyone's like, yeah, question everything. You sure? Are you sure? Because what are your foundational psyches built on? You want to question that? You sure? You sure? Because where's the source of that come from? You know what I mean? So I'm not going to play this because it's just, but I highly recommend you guys check out this dude's show from a couple days ago. I'm still working through it. Because what I do, guys, I don't just watch it, right? I don't just go, oh, I'm going to watch it. I pause it and I cross-reference. I download the books. I've shared how you can download books for free here. Just go to annas-archive.org. Use a VPN and pay for that VPN with PyroChain, so no one can. So you can surf the interwebs, the webs, completely anonymously, even in the payment system. So I'm gonna finish watching this. So there's a lot of dudes, you know what I mean, Chris. They're like, and everyone's gonna get hit. If you're quote unquote of African descent, you're about to get wrecked. if you're I'm a Viking and you're gonna get wrecked also. If you're the Rosicrucian, the Etruscans, and all them Hellenistic, you're about to get wrecked also. No one is safe from getting wrecked. Okay, folks. And this is done with love. This isn't even, I'm not even trying to start fire. The casting process, the casting process is to burn away the impurities, and it's not easy. You hear let's do the shadow work and all this. You sure? You're for real? For real? I hear you. But yo, let me read the homie. I think the Quantum Portal puts out the best. And shout out Kelly.
He was just asking about Not Milk, which is Matt from Quantum of Conscience channels, which I know Matt. I've talked to him probably a handful of times over the years over email and stuff. He's a good guy. I don't know. That's why I was asking, just to see.
Well, let's run through it. I know a lot of souls that have never heard of Rosicrucian. I get that. Yet their childhood stories would suggest they were born with this type of frequency. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
One thing I'll say about Rosicrucianism, I feel like I've heard this numerous times, that there were two types of Rosicrucianism, and the one type that is written down isn't really Rosicrucianism. It's like a hijacked Rosicrucianism, basically. Like the actual people who were Rosicrucians were supposedly not a part of an initiated system that could be traced anywhere. Like that, once it started to be put on paper, and then you had an actual system in place, it was already hijacked at that point.
Bro, we're gonna get to the authors of it. At least when I say this, Chris, like in reference to what you're saying, at least the quote unquote like celebrity authors of this.
Mm-hmm.
That's
like Christian Rosenkreutz and all the people who were supposedly these fake identities that were used to output these doctrines.
Well, yeah, I mean, just like we see now in our lifetime, right?
Yeah.
There are probably cool people writing cool stuff, but we don't know about them now, and we have to find them. So it's only the like celebrity people who stole their stuff that has been writing stuff down, and that's what a lot of us. And I'm not trying to project. I don't speak for anyone, but a lot of the basis of the stuff is like the celebrity types, even, and again, anyway. So, have you guys heard of Not?
Yeah, that's who I was just talking about. He's talking about Matt from Quantum of Conscience. Like he has a channel on YouTube. He's a little bit older than us. He's a good guy. I've talked to him a few times over emails over the years. Nice guy.
Is he cool?
Yeah, he's cool. He talks about like fake reality type stuff. Not Milk is what he calls the dark part of the reality, which is really Clinton backwards. That's because Matt was one of those guys, probably one of the first people I listened to who was using like hobo code when we all were getting censored for talking about stuff back in like 2019 through 2020 something.
Sure. Yeah, well, the thing is, so before we get into that type of, and I'm into it, but
Matt's been around forever too. Like just like most of, like I know you've been around for a while on here. Matt had the Texas Shrugs or something like that channel that was original, something like that. Texas, I didn't even know him during time yet when he had his first channel.
Yeah, and it's funny because I'm like the youngest person here, but I have been around a long time in this weird conspiracy world. Early 2000s, I was online, and it was like such a better place.
Yeah, yeah.
So many weird shit, and I went down all the crazy rabbit holes. It was actually like fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what Matt always says too.
Yeah, like all the cool stuff. And yeah, anyway, so I don't know the dude, but like before we get into it's all like
and he doesn't say it's all fake. Because he's not one of those guys either. Matt's pretty interesting guy. I would watch his stuff. Like it's some of his stuff is really good. Some of the stuff I'm like, I disagree with a little bit, but I'm also like we're all allowed to disagree, and I think that's a good thing about Matt. He's not very dogmatic in his beliefs.
That's it. I love that. See, the thing is, this is the non-dogma zone.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not here to be like, let me tell you all the answer. This is like, but it's also like comments like when they come at you, Chris, or they come at me, and they go, "How could you're so wrong, and you think you know every." No, dude. Like, how are you missing what I'm talking about? I'm here for the discussion. I don't know anything. I didn't graduate from high school. You know what I'm saying? But I started making six figures when I was 24. You go, who cares? You go, no, I know, but it's like I'm a figurer outer. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
Where to be and the angles and the angels and all that, right? So respect to that, dude. I'm not out here like I know it and let me tell you what's it and what's that. Shout out Kelly. I like this comment. I'm strapped in. We're gonna get into the rosy side, yo. And if you've been around just surfing the internet, going, what the fudge is going on? All the old school weirdos. It's great, man. It's great. I've come to a place it's strange, Kelly. It's like, I mean, trust you or yeah, okay. Awesome. Yeah. I don't trust anybody. About anything. I don't even trust myself, but I'm the source of all intel, all guruage, all SO, all XO. I'm the source above all. You know,
Dude, I still have my little. It's like what the hell is it? Freaking it's like a little soundboard thing, but not a soundboard. It's from what the hell is the company? One of those, you know, it's like one of those switchboards for streamers. It's like one of the cheaper ones, but you could program a few of the buttons to be sounds if you want. I'm gonna fucking get that thing hooked up for the next time we go on, dude.
Oh, bro, you know what's so fun? It's so silly. You get those old toys, like just little Fisher Price stuff. Man, we could probably jam on some Fisher Price.
Right, right. Oh man, yeah, the Elgato Stream Deck. I think that's what it is.
Oh, I love it, man. So let me play the rest. Hold on, let me stop this, dude. People change stuff. They change their dumb freaking apps. Listen to this for another moment, and then we're actually going to back up to the beginning. It is very valuable and full of a lot of good stuff. So let's just finish this. This hits everyone. And again, Chris, I just want to reiterate, despite what you look like or think you look, despite what your avatar is, this encompasses, in my opinion, everyone. This makes up everyone's experience and their psyche, you know, their whatever they built for their psyche. This encompasses all. So
does he have one eye that's messed up?
Oh, maybe. I mean,
it's interesting every time I see a character like that, and especially in like an esoteric or like conversation about mysticism, because you know the one-eyed what's the Dajjal or whatever it is from the Muslim faith always comes to mind, like the Antichrist for the Muslims has one eye that's messed up or scarred. So I always feel like it might be like part of a presentation in a way too.
Probably. I mean,
yeah. But I think they say shamans also have like sometimes something wrong with one of their eyes, don't they?
Bro, my eyes.
Like I have astigmatism in one of my eyes. It's not too bad, but I don't know if it's stigmatisms or like really bad stigmatisms or just wounded type characters who have actually missing sight in one eye. It seems like a common trope for some reason.
Dude, I feel that in my real experience. I can't see a lot of things that
I have the worst sight, man. My vision sucks. I have -5 prescription for my contacts.
Yeah, we're awesome. I mean, dude, my hearing is so selective. Like I can't hear, like my filter is it filters out BS, so I can't hear a lot of stuff.
I hear well. That's the only difference I'd say. I can't see shit because I'm actually legally blind if you take my contacts away, but my glasses away.
I think the more you get into the what's the right word? Like out of your physical, the less you depend on the 5.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, it lines up with like Chiron, the wounded healer type of thing.
Yeah, can you heal someone that when you're also wounded? I think so. I mean,
Well, it's almost like I think the idea is too you have to go through kind of hardship before you can help anyone else.
man, I was just talking to my sister today. My sister, and she was telling me about a dude, and I was like, "Yo, does he have scars and stuff?" And she's like, "Yeah, he's got injuries and scars. He's in his late 50s." I was like, "Sweet. I don't trust any dude in their late 50s isn't scarred up a little bit." You know what I'm saying? If you ain't limping or missing a finger or got a couple, I don't, because that means you didn't do nothing or try. You ain't try.
Yeah.
But I love that. Let's. This is good stuff, and then we're gonna back up. And I appreciate you here, Chris, because gosh, who knows what I would have been yapping.
I always make it some point. I'll never leave you hanging if I can help it.
Yeah, this is yeah. Anyway, enough of my babbling. Let's give this a chance. And this is Cheetopedia, but this is Fakeopedia.
Oh, it's wicked. It's wicked. If you really look at it, it's wicked. If you just invert that P.
The P.
Yeah, it's wicked.
Wicked.
Wicked. It's
AI.
wicked. Yeah, basically.
Wicked Ia.
I mean, the wiki in there, wick is especially if you look at like the work done by Michael Hoffman, like Twilight Language and Secret Societies and Psychological Warfare and all the books he's written, he often brings up this word wick and how it's part of like a Twilight language that all these secret societies use, like
it's the straw man. It's the wicker.
The Wicker Man. That's part of it. Yeah, all that.
Yeah, Jan Wick, like
Wiccans. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to go off on that, but I'm with you because let's listen to this for one more minute. Boom.
All of them. It will take me hours to talk about all of them, but this is just one example. And Martin Delaney, future video. All right. I hope you guys understood and saw the point. Who can basically summarize the point of today's video in the chat? Please do. For anybody that didn't understand the point, you guys can help me out with.
So we're gonna roll this back later, and for those that don't know what you're seeing, a lot of people invest a lot of energy into that Medu Netter. And
oh my God, wow, that's so insane that you mentioned that, because I was watching this random thing that Maggie put on last night. It was its prison documentary where they were doing protests in the prisons, like in Alabama, because of I guess they were getting their asses beat by the guards and shit. And the one book this guy brings up that he was reading for his religious studies was Medu Netter, and I had never heard of it before until yesterday.
Bro, this is gonna blow your mind, Chris. I love this. This is synchronicities, and of course, I'm Mork. This gets into the OTO. The lady that got into this whole comedic, like Pan-Africanism stuff. She's a goofy ass white lady from the late 80s, early 90s, 1990s. And then if you guys remember all the rap music, Queen Latifah and all this, all that started then, a lot of it. That's when a lot of this stuff was created.
Yeah.
And written. It's so early. Chris, when I tell cats the deceptions and the stuff is recent, and wait till I get into the Egyptian stuff on that being recent. People get real butthurt.
Oh yeah.
You start saying the Egyptian stuff is fake.
Yeah, I know.
They're so invested. I'm not invested. I'm not invested in. I'm on a dude. Don't even get me started, yo. But you know who's who when they start trying to protect their paradigm. Their parasite, when they start sighting in on their paras,
their loves. They're
It talks with everybody.
yeah.
Break my. If I have a paradigm, let me know it, and I will break it. If it's a paradigm of any kind, let me know. Let me look in the mirror, shine the light on it. Let me shred it right away. But anyway, listen to this, and I love that sync, bro. So the Bennu Netter, which if you listen to a lot of like Harlem, New York, Black Israelite types, it sucks because their energy, their intention, I think, is good, but they're being misguided. Just like a lot of us, our intention has been good, right? You've probably all believed in something and said, "Oh wait, let me switch gears," right? It sucks because I think the human, Chris, the like regular being is like, I only want truth, and it sucks when you're given this is the truth and you get very well invested in it. It's really hurts. That's the whole leeching, looshing, parasiting
Yep.
of everything. And it sucks, man.
And dude, that's why not to always fucking like say that I am a fan of, for like as much as I can be a fan of someone, of Steiner, at least out of all these mystical people, because he's one of the only ones who I've ever found from like the late 1800s who says you can't trust history further than 50 years back, and even that's going to be a sketch. You can't listen to anything that you've read because everything that's been written has been manipulated. And even what you're learning has to be based on your own intuition and your spiritual intuition as well as your physical intuition. And he's the only one I've been able to find who has said anything like this.
I think he was.
And yeah, I think that's why I think he was killed personally.
Yeah, and he was probably into it and then go, wait a minute. And then he's sharing it, this insights of his.
Yeah, and he only wrote one thing, and the rest of it was all, I'm pretty sure, taken from his lectures. So you're listening also then to translations of German lectures that he gave that weren't supposed to even be written down.
It's like, dude, bro, you're going to the party. You got invited to the party and you're excited and you go, dude, this party is not, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
What's funny, Chris, for those that don't know, if you guys have been here for a minute or early or lately, Chris was referencing Rudolf Steiner before, and I on purpose didn't read his stuff, but a lot of my just innate, just my thoughts, it like synced up with Rudolf Steiner's thoughts. Does that mean I'm anything special? No.
Well, and like I just said, even if you did read it, you'd be reading stuff that he didn't even necessarily write himself. So there's an intuitive thing that you had you didn't even have to read it, because he only wrote the one book, and that was for his graduate thesis, I think. And then after that, he just gave lectures. So people were writing his lectures and trying to get word for word what he was saying. And then they were, their whatever foundation was set up after he was, in my opinion, taken out because he was poisoned. And he stopped a bunch of other people apparently from getting poisoned after he was, and he lived for like a few years, I think, after he was poisoned, but then died one day after giving like 6 lectures.
Man, I recommend, Chris, that's amazing. For me, I've recently, meaning the last couple years, I don't know exactly when, but I've gradually been like, and this is more than once in my experience here, I'm starting over. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny. It's like I'm starting completely over. Dude, you asked me 15 years ago or whatever, I'd be like, I'll give you all the answers. You know what? Now I'm completely starting over. I walk around, I see the birds. I notice I look at the tree. I love how trees, their branches move, how the Fibonacci sequence, the golden ratio. I just sit and observe, and I don't have any special vision that no one else has. I'm just looking and observing. It's like all of the any celebrity type what like a Steiner type or Blavatsky or John D or Crowley or
And I wouldn't even consider Steiner celebrity. I feel like no one really knows who he is outside of the some people in this thing. I didn't know who he was until like lockdowns. Like I knew who Blavatsky was, I knew who Crowley was, but Steiner was more of like no one really talks about him. Or recently they've been talking about him more because of the prediction he made with the vaccines.
Dude, Quantum Portal's like goofy ass white woman. Where'd that come from? That feels like something.
He might be a little delayed with the conversation watching. I'm not sure because I remember you said that I think about some of the people who took some of this work that you're showing on screen. Yeah.
Yo, man, white women, yo, I want to. What's funny, Chris? Like a lot of people may think I'm rough on women, but it's like I'm doing it from the most purest form of love and protection.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Unfortunately, anyway, I don't want to go down that road, but just know that anything I say is built on empowering. Every word I say, my spells are built on empowering every single one. And however that delivery is done, it is done on purpose. So women, goofy ass white woman, I love you guys. I'm trying to help you, man. Let's listen to this minute here. This is good, man. I like what we're doing. Dude, did you like the show last night? By the way, Pirate Chain is over 40 cents. That shit was 25 cents last night. The Ronin experience pumps markets, y'all.
Yeah, buddy.
And Loomz is a real one. And Chris,
yeah, I know. Hopefully, just make sure he knows I apologize about last night because I was just everything I was dealing with family and nonsense shit. No. So I didn't mean to be rude to him because I know he was wanting to have a conversation with all of us, and I definitely wasn't as involved as I would have liked to be.
No, please, no. It's no. He doesn't. I don't think he feels. I don't speak for him, but
he was super cool. I know he said something like, "Don't worry about it at all, man." In the chat before I left. So
yeah, and I wanted you and Moonfeather, and you guys crushed to ask questions that, because when I'm in it, I may not have the right sight because I'm in it.
Yeah.
But maybe you guys that are on the edges might ask proper questions that could benefit a lot of people. But you guys did. You guys crushed. But
yeah, and she probably even has more questions than me at this point. That's why I'm glad she was there, because she asked some good questions, actually.
Yeah, and what's the bottom line? I mean, I'm sitting here in this. I'm sitting here, right? And what do I want to do? I want to have a good experience here, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a martyr. I don't want to go through hardships. I don't want to get humiliated. I don't want to get, and I'm not talking about social humiliation. I'm talking about, craziness.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, cool. I'll ground, I'll commune, I'll look at the sky. I look at the sky every day, all day. Like, this looking up is so valuable and powerful. So it's like, cool, blah, blah, blah. Cool. You want to you think you're whatever. But also, I'm also in the 3D, and I don't want to be anxious about stuff. I want to go, I got the tools to basically navigate every single obstacle, even new obstacles. I have the toolkit to at least get to figure it out,
Yeah. 100%.
And it's basic. To me, that's so basic. It's so silly. I'm a tinkerer. What's this run? I remember my homie, and by the way, my best friend growing up, his business, he probably brings in like $1 million every year in gross or whatever, right? Not including expenses.
Yeah.
And we grew up tinkering with stuff. So, okay, cool story. Who cares? I'm here tinkering with the realm. I've extrapolated from my nature. I'm trying to figure out I can figure out how a lawnmower works. Okay. I can figure out how goofy, how's a carburetor? I don't even know. I'm not a mechanic, dude. You know what I mean? But I go, let me figure this out. Now I'm here. Let me figure out let me figure out TCP/IP and all that. I'll figure it out, right? Whatever it is, how to build a house or whatever. Now I'm here trying to figure out what is the foundational build of the realm and how do I fit into the whole thing, you know?
Oh yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Chris, don't you a part of you kind of a little bit jealous of just ignorance is bliss? Aren't you a little bit jealous of that? Like just
Yeah, I mean,
sex, food, touch, feel.
I feel like since I've always kind of been weirdly different than people, it doesn't really, I always kind of, not that I thought I was better than anyone, but just that I thought I saw things differently and I didn't really want to be like everyone else, I guess. So I don't really mind it. There are points where I wish I would say instead of feeling like that. Yeah. So yeah, sometimes would be certain periods of time when things get very difficult because you're trying to stay authentic in who you are as a person, and you know things that other people don't want to accept, and then you have to stick to your morals and do the right thing, and it would be way easier to just cave and do what everyone else is doing.
Know thyself.
Yeah.
It's a burden. It's a blessing and a curse. And it's not a burden either. The chains are loose, folks. I'm going to bring back old things I used to say. The chains are loose. You can put the bags down. There is a small part of me, man. I just talked to a really good friend of mine. Again, another successful person in the Matrix. I love this. We've been downrange together. I know what he's built on. He knows what I'm built on. He called me during he was like, dude, the Ravens are not doing good. And I'm like, what's happening? He's like, the Ravens and the Kansas City. I'm like, oh, okay. And part of me was envious. I was like, man, I wish I could just watch sports sometimes. And who gives a F about all this deep, who cares, Chris? You want to figure stuff? Who cares, Chris?
Yeah, I mean,
contemplating things. Who cares?
Yeah, I know, and I can remember when I was playing sports. Now it was different because at least I enjoyed always playing sports, but
it's different.
But watching, I never really. Even when I was playing, I like. Maybe there was a very short period when I was younger when I played N64 every once in a while with friends and played Ken Griffey Jr. baseball. So I knew what, fun, and played the football game as well, whichever one it was. And that's why I knew players and teams, but I would rarely watch baseball at all, even though I played baseball in college. And then I wouldn't, in football, I would watch a little bit more because for a little while, I liked the Cowboys, but now I couldn't even tell you a player on the Cowboys. I couldn't tell you a player in the NFL aside from the few maybe major athletes who are left.
Oh Lord, gun to my
I'd be having to think back 10 years to when I still sort of knew who was left on the team so that I may have liked when I was younger. But yeah, I never was really into watching any of the sports too much. I would rather play them. And everyone always thought that was weird, but I just was bored. I was just bored.
But Chris, you can relate, right? It's like, hey, do you want to watch? It's Saturday.
Well, I always wish I was I wish I could enjoy going to a bar, watching a game with a bunch of people. But I don't even drink. I don't even drink.
Connect.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna be bored there doing that.
I mean, doing anything actively, right? I don't care if you're not in the sports and you're just gonna run and get the runner's high. I get it, or whatever. But I don't know a lot of tennis players, but I like to play tennis.
I play tennis too now.
I think there's a problem with this. You mentioned video games. Now we're on computers and cell phones. We drive. We're sitting on our asses.
Oh yeah, and see, I was
A
when
lot.
I barely played video games, so I can't even. I
Oh,
would have to say I was a very healthy kid with that because what we really did was played backyard baseball. We called it. We had two different leagues. One was called Hell Pot because for some reason the kids in this town next to me called their field that. And then we played in my backyard, and we had websites with our stats that we would put up after the games. Like we were so serious. A newspaper came by in the one town and interviewed us because we were playing like tournaments outside of regular baseball and regular football and regular stuff. We were making up our own little tournaments with tennis balls and corked wiffle ball bats and shit.
Oh, dude, I remember I went to, yeah, that's beautiful. I remember I went to my like quote unquote local basketball court that I could walk to. And I walked there, whatever, play, whatever. And then I walked there one day and I was like, why are there 100 people here? This is crazy. And someone told me they have like a little just word of mouth tournament happening.
Yeah. We did that stuff.
What the fuck? And I'm like a kid. I'm little, you know. I'm just watching it hang in the energy.
One of the best times I ever had. We did a similar thing where your little made up tournament based on this game they taught us in gym class, speedball. It was called, and we went to the nearest Grand Slam, rented out the basketball court, and used it as the speedball court. And we had like a 12-team tournament using every class and every like class who had like based on your gym class. And we had announcers there from the school. I think like 100 kids wound up coming over to watch. It was insane. No one ever did that again.
Yeah. Oh, and the time I mentioned, same thing. It didn't happen again. It was like a weird one-off.
One-off, man. One-off. It was so fun.
I go back to the basketball court the next day, and it's just maybe one or two goofballs like me around. You know?
Yeah.
This is pre-internet. I love that, man.
I still have pictures from that because we even had like a fake trophy we gave people.
I shared a quote, a silly quote. I think it was Socrates or whoever. It was like
Socrates.
Yeah.
Socrates.
You ever see Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, dude?
Yeah. Did they call him Socrates in that?
Yeah. So that's a old
Socrates.
And don't get me started on Keanu Reeves. That's
yeah.
But Socrates was like something about it's not great to the dude who has not realized the potential of reaching one's physical potential. And that is a very loose
Oh wait, someone just said this the other day. Where was that? Did you say that in the chat of the show that I was on the live on my channel?
Oh, I don't know.
I thought someone had said that in the comments, and like they had loosely quoted Socrates. I think it must have had to have been, and then afterwards they were like, basically, if you can't play sports, you were in that chat. I know you were because you said something. Bro, they were like, if you can't play sports, you're like a loser, basically.
If it was me, then cool, because that's what I've been on the last few days.
You were definitely in the conversation. I'm remembering it now.
If it wasn't me, chalk that up to the cosmic scoreboard of synchronicities. I'm here to win. No, I'm just playing. But no, that's beautiful. I mean, I don't care. Like, I'm not. You ever just play whatever, right? Like play it. I don't care if it's a board game. I don't care if it's ping pong. By the way, holler at me in ping pong. You will get wrecked.
Let's go. I'm down.
And a shuffleboard, baseball,
pickleball, baseball,
softball. I'm more of a softball guy. You know what I mean? Baseball's hardball is a little.
As we get older, it's harder to do the hardball, but backyard baseball. If we could do wiffle ball, we could do a tennis ball.
Oh, do a competitive wiffle ball?
Let's go.
Now, by the way, hardball. Please don't put me at third base. That's way too close, and I'll figure it out. But it's still like. But if you play wiffle ball teams, all right, who's on my team? I say Kelly's on my team. I call Kelly Boyles on my team.
Well, I got Quantum. Well, we're all on the same team, I guess now. So We could just take on whoever wants to come after us, you know? Us 1, 2, 3, how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Us 4 few.
Let's go. The 4 of us. Listen. Mystic Ronin, Chris Miner, the Quantum Portal, Kelly Boyle. Any other YouTuber out there, what's up? We will dominate you at wiffle ball.
100%.
But my point was, like, imagine playing wiffle ball. If you're not like, I'll give it my all. And it's fun if everyone's trying, you know? It's
Exactly.
not fun if people aren't trying.
No, it's not. And that's the thing. That's where, like, the competitive spirit isn't something to necessarily hate, and a lot of people do hate on that, especially people of a certain political persuasion nowadays.
Competition, Chris. So you and I play some sort of game together, right? Doesn't matter. One of us is better that day, or who cares? But it improves both of us. It's the mental thing. It's also a strange meditative thing, obviously, because I'm not thinking about anything else but trying to put this ball in a hole. Right?
Yep.
Who cares? And then afterwards, Chris may beat me, and I go, okay, whatever. And how long does that last? A couple seconds, whatever. But the end game, our minds are off of the distractions of this realm that take your energy, right? You have bills, right? You have quote unquote responsibilities. You have this. It's like we play a game, as silly as it may be, and we're not thinking about that anymore. And you're almost reaching a state of like a runner's high, or
you're in the state of flow. You're in like a flow state. Yeah, you're in a flow state with and it's like a physical workout and a spiritual workout, because you're also, and you're learning, and a workout in reason, because you're learning how to accept loss and accept being told no, and accept not being number one all the time. You're being humbled.
It's training. This is a training grounds, man. You know, I don't like to run long distance, but I will do sprints. I'll find a baseball diamond. I have them by my house. I'll walk there. I'll do sprints, right? I'll sprint and either walk back and come back. I'll do that 10 rounds of that, right? Everything I have. In my opinion, I think I'm so freaking fast, right? But I also imagine myself watching me run. I go, look at this goofball trying to run. Like, I'm slow, you know what I mean? So, but who cares?
But I mean, we're also, you know, we're not younger anymore in high school when we probably were flying.
Let's go. We got the wiffle ball squad. Let's go.
Let's go.
Ready. Hey, Kelly, Quantum, they ain't ready, dog. They ain't ready.
Let's go.
Let's play this. This is still good stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Watch it.
All right. And that's it for today, guys. I told you, it all deals with a lot of false doctrines. You see, this is just another branch of it. I got a lot more coming. That's what I did. I just wanted to redo a lot of these hermetic teachings that we've gone over, and you guys can see how it all comes together. And you see how they all part of this circle of mystics, Freemasons, Hermeticists. And don't forget, we did the video on Rastafarism, and literally the same thing. The founders, right? We're not talking about the people practicing what they believe. We're talking about the founders. Who are they? What is their background? All right. Appreciate you guys tuning in again today, making the time to be here. Thank you for that. Shout out to everybody that was here in the live chat. All right. Appreciate you guys. All right. Metu Nether, Kemetic signs, all that, a lot of that so-called African science, that's all Hermetics. They're not even African. And it's very recent things, 1700s and up. And the more Pan-African versions, literally from the 1900s, literally 1990s. All right, brand new stuff. All right. Much love and respect. Pura vida, mi gente. Wow.
So I played his outro there, right, on purpose, right? Because you go, how does he say all that? It's because of what he had just shared. You know, that's why I wanted to play the end, and maybe we won't get into the beginning. It's weird, Chris. I feel like I try and I'm gonna do some old school teachings of the past, my story of the past, right? And I'll share things. Kara, it's what it is. Caribe, it's everywhere. All right. Black Sea, it's Cara Denez, which means, and that's in America, right? Like I share these things, right? And it feels like I don't get a lot of. It's like I'm giving a class that no one's really into. It seems, but to me, it's everywhere. It's like why people aren't interested in. And to go, hey, you make these claims, cool. It's like, dude, my claims are based on like cross-referencing. So this homie's claims, and I love this cat, man. I'm gonna have him on the show if he will bless us. I'll get him. Watch, and his claims are based on thousands of hours of research and books, and sharing the books, and sharing the cross references, and sharing the just internal observations. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's weird, Chris. And
Dude, you know what's really weird? When I was just looking at that last image of the rose and the Rosicrucian cross, I had or not the cross, but the Rosicrucian symbol that it was on that book that the guy was sharing in the video. I was looking at the rose and realizing, I probably have seen this before, but that there was like with the thorns that were in the rose, there's a hexagram there, and if you count the stem, it's like a heptagram. So I was looking up just the hexagram and heptagram really quick, and I didn't know that now with the heptagram, they're saying the heptagram is it's the sigil of the otherkin, and they're actually defining otherkin now as trans people are identifying as otherkin, and otherkin are like elves, and they're writing this as if it's real, as if they are and I guess it is kind of real because they are shape-shifting motherfuckers. Like, what?
Yup.
I mean, this has on Wikipedia, it's a subculture of individuals who identify as partially or entirely non-human. And this is saying in the same sentence that transgender people identify as otherkin.
That's
like
yeah.
Like what? Now
No,
this is knowledge that's now being shared as if it's fact. I'll share the link in the private if you want to look at it.
I hear you, man. No,
I thought that was bizarre.
The otherkin is
I've heard that term before, and I'm like, well, that's like some Lord of the Rings type shit.
goblins. Bro, you want to watch? Okay, do you want to switch gears from the ancient history and recent history and watch? You want to go dark right now?
Yeah, let's go dark. Let's do it.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think the darkest dark would be right now that I was to play? And I'll spoiler alert, I'm probably gonna play it.
Oh man.
What's the darkest thing any folks could do out there?
Probably
What would you think?
torturing and consuming children.
Yeah. Oh well. Okay. I'm gonna play this vid. It is a series. It's gonna go for like 2 minutes. Okay, it's good. On the topic of the worst of the worst, should we go to the worst of the worst and get real weird? And you go, why would you want to do that? It's to demonstrate, in my opinion, there's some real crazy. There's some stuff out here, dude. There's some stuff.
Yeah.
If you want to be a good little boy and follow the rules, bros, sisses, there's some stuff out here, man. I'm gonna play it, and I do have to use the restroom, Chris. Is that cool?
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
All right, I'm gonna play this, but before, let me make sure the sound is good, because this goofy StreamYard and
Here we go. Wow, look at that.
Look at that, and But let me play it 1 second. Let me know if you hear the sound. Let me see.
There's a stigma.
Yeah, you're good.
Think about it.
All right, I'll be right. I have to use the. I'll be right back.
Go ahead.
Every day, 60,000 new sources of protein in this country alone.
Would like someone die and then you make it?
How else would we make it?
Oh,
I mean,
God.
many small villages.
Adrenochrome and its production. Now, adrenochrome apparently is all conspiracy theory. If you go to that,
Hold on, let me back that up. This is a show on TV. Let me back it up even. Watch it. This is some show on some TV channel. Here we go. I'm going to back it up, and you guys know where it's going.
Oh. No.
Well,
That's not okay. That's not all right.
You know,
I
it's a
don't-
wonderful renewable protein.
Well, hey, yeah, all right,
No,
are you
that's
sure?
disgusting.
You know, I didn't know it was gonna go like this
no,
either.
that's really
Problem with the
disgusting.
stigma of this.
Chef, are you serious?
Yeah, of course.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
gonna go throw up.
I didn't know we were going
That's
there. Are you
so-
okay?
I'm gonna go throw up. I need a bucket.
Wait, just have it. Here, we'll get you something right now. Yeah, bring a bucket in. You guys, come on, get a bucket in here right now.
Bring a bucket in here.
You okay?
Yeah, that's some next level. So, I would have loved to know when I was eating human flesh before I ate it.
This is very popular in my restaurant. You thought it was delicious. You said it was delicious, and I think there's a stigma about it. Think about it. Every day, 60,000 new sources of protein in this country alone.
Would like someone die and then you make it?
How else would we make it?
Oh,
I mean,
God.
many small villages.
adrenochrome and its production. Now, adrenochrome apparently is all conspiracy theory. If you go to that reputable source of information, Wikipedia, Google, YouTube, apparently adrenochrome's just, no, there's nothing to it. In fact, you could even go to the Spectator Australia, that wonderful magazine that 1 time out of 10 gets it right. And it's the thing I've got a problem with these guys, like the Spectator and Sky News and all these people. They make us believe briefly that someone's speaking on our behalf. The Judas goat. That makes sense? You know what the Judas goat is, don't you? When you've got a mob of sheep, you've got to take them up to the slaughterhouse. The Judas goat leads them. They follow the goat turns left, the sheep go right, and so this is a company, CYM, adrenochrome. They produce adrenochrome. Now, you can't see it, so I'll read it for you, but
So, Chris, he's
Dude,
going to get into
how did that even happen in that first thing? Like, where is it legal to? Where's cannibalism even legal?
Yeah, this cat's like German or something, dude.
Like, you can't just start chopping up and feeding people human flesh without them. Like, that is that even like? I'm wondering if they set that up that way. If it was like a little bit, not saying that doesn't happen, but maybe if they're doing some sort of skit and making people like think it's real and like to think the skit is real, and then later find a way to like use that like being a skit to then act like the whole thing is like, so you know how they what's the word I'm looking for when they're trying to
Desensitize people.
well, desensitize people, but then they also like you're trying to dissuade people that a narrative is real. I don't know why I can't think of their actual word.
Oh, yeah.
So like because it's a skit, because it's a skit, now they could say it's not real and like totally the whole thing's fake.
Yeah. Hardy
Yeah.
har har, you know. Oh, we eat babies. Hardy har har. It's like, oh, and then when you hear the story of cats eating babies,
Yeah, exactly.
your mental mansion is like, oh, that was just some TV joke. You know?
Exactly.
But yeah, I forget the term.
What's slipping my mind right now, which is weird because I feel like it's an easy term. It starts with a D, and I can't think of it.
Yeah, bro. I don't know but you know, was it? It doesn't matter necessarily if that was real, but it was broadcasted on some TV show somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, we could say disparage. That's not the word I'm looking for still, which is it's really bothering me that I can't think of the word. But like
demoralized.
They disparage the information later, but there's another word I'm looking for. Discredit. It's they discredit afterwards. So then you're discrediting, and I still feel like there's another word, but discredit works fine.
They got cannibals out here, Chris, and they're gonna play their games, and they're gonna let you know. They're gonna go, Chris. Okay, I say, hey, Chris, my neighbors down the road, man. I just caught them. They're eating people. I put them down, and I took care of the situation. You're gonna be like, man, I've been watching that on TV for decades.
Yeah,
that's not true. How do you tell what's true and what's not true? TV and all that. The black box. You're watching a fucking screen, yo.
Yeah.
And to show murders and things. Even like Walking Dead zombie stuff, you put them down. For me, yo, I'll be honest with you, man. When it comes to PDFs, I just put them down. That's my job. If they're in my area, I just put you down. We're not even going to talk about it now, because there's no excuse. Sometimes there's no excuse. You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
For a second I was like blanking because I was reading something,
away,
but yeah, no, 100%. That's then I've said this before as well. Like those people need to just be gotten rid of. No offense to humanity.
They have the whole games of death, the most dangerous game, and the wildest thing. It's in the movies, right? And Chris, you come to me and you go, dude, I saw they were hunting people, bro. I'll be like, I saw it in a movie. No way, Chris. This is some movie stuff. This is fantasy. You're like, no, dude, it's not fantasy, bro. I saw it. I'm be like, it's fantasy. It's because the outside you've contracted your contractors build, and you've allowed other contractors to build inside your brain and make the scaffolding vision, and with the satire, demoralization, things you know is not right, and you go, oh, I don't know, and you can't tell the difference between fantasy and real.
Yeah, I saw you. That's the one video I did see when you were playing before I came on.
All right, now let's listen to this, and I'll spoil it. McDonald's, beware of eating at McDonald's. You may be a cannibal. But let's watch this dude, right?
We got a lot of time trying to figure out what's fake news and what's not. Yeah, do you want to know where some of the bodies went? Anybody heard about this one? Anybody know why McDonald's is going south? It has been alleged, not in Australia, but it has been alleged in the US, the babies' bodies were put into the processing, and Americans have been eating dead babies for years. Natural flavoring. Brilliant. You see the rabbit holes get sicker and sicker and sicker. Now, this is so shocking. As I said in that video way back when, the allegations will be so despicable that the only sensible response will appear to be to disregard it as complete rubbish. And yet there's the evidence of it. Now, who does this sort of work? Well, he's a staff member. And you've really got to ask yourself, what sort of person goes into work every day and does this sort of stuff? Well, this Daryl Hopper, warden, senior warden, these are the jobs she's had. And she happily works at CYM in the process of extracting adrenochrome. Now, there's a process called the fragmentation of conscience. This is how good people do bad things. Now, imagine you're working for a company, it's a chemical company, and your job is to get the chemicals from the sacks, put into the containers and seal them and send them off to the next customer, right? I'm just packing containers. But when you break down the production process from the beginning to the end into separate areas, they don't know what they're doing. That's how you do it. The fragmentation of conscience. I'm not responsible.
The FDA recently revoked the emergency use authorization.
Thoughts?
I mean, yeah, man. Insane. It's fucking insane. This is what we're dealing with at the worst level.
Yo. Yeah.
I'm still shocked that thing was on that show. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. It's like made like a prank. And they're at least on the show, and the acting is repulsiveness, right?
And I mean, the thing is, that's like really, if they are acting, which they may not be, but they may not have also eaten. Who knows what the hell they gave them? It could be, they could find out after it was a prank if it was a prank. And who knows? I don't know if anyone said anything about that. I haven't seen that show on that in the news, and I would expect it to be if it was fake, like that it was a big deal. But they're not going to talk about it if it's real, so that's interesting. But for them not to tell the people is
yeah, bro. If that's not the party, Chris, man, you can't trust. Listen, Chris, I trust you, right? You invite me over to a party. And you go, dude, try this. I'm like, oh, sweet, bro. I'll try it. I'll try things. We don't play those games. You know what I mean?
No, man.
No pranks, no human flesh. It's like, are you kidding me? Dude. Now, is it real or not? It doesn't matter. It's to the masses. It's a spell, obviously. right? Just like all casting, all broadly casting stuff is a spell. Obviously, this is, you know what I mean? I'm not telling anyone anything they don't already know, but it's to desensitize cats. And as you hear it more and more in zombie shows, I love zombie shows because it reminds me of S hitting the fan. And I'm like, I'm going to be freaking Rambo out in the woods, putting down hordes of zombies. That's a decent, but also that is a problem. You know what I mean? That's a desensitizing of life, right? Like the lack of value of life. Me, when my ancestors pass and transition, I would rather burn their remains and remove all the moisture and put it into the driest compound that exists, and that is ash. And I would take their ash, and I would honor it, and most likely plant it under an oak tree in my backyard. And so that my people can feed the tree up to the sap, the soul, out to the leaves, and then the leaves the sun shines on the leaves, you know, and gets that, and then they fall and float, and it cycles in. And so, being the leaf, be leaf, my friends. That's how I would be. Not go, let's have a cookout. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and there's also like there's so many like that.
I couldn't even eat my dog, bro. You ever have a favorite dog? I couldn't even eat someone that I love. I'm not gonna consume them.
No, and there's also that horrible freaking thing that happens to people when they do this too much. It's it's like a protein fold. I don't know if it's actually a protein folding thing, but that's what they say it is.
Falling out.
It's called like carry or something like that. I don't know if I'm fucking.
No, not that. That's the Japanese.
Harry, that's Harry Carey, but isn't it? It's Carrie. I thought it started with a K, K-A-R-E, but it's.
Strong, yo.
But it's like similar to like Mad Cow, basically. Like it's like a similar type of thing. Let me see. I can find it really fast. It's bovine spongium encephalopathy, which is mad cow. But then there's a different version of this.
That's why, Chris. That's why Mad Cow had Mad Cow, because the cows were eating cows.
There we go. And again, prion disease is another word for it. It's because it's when you're eating, your own type. It causes some sort of damage.
So are they not people? Because they do it. This happens, dude. Are we going too dark? This is the dark as a dark, yo.
Well, I mean, it has to be talked about. Because it's weird. This prion disease was something they were afraid could possibly happen from RNA vaccines. RNA genetic therapies, whatever the hell they are.
Well, there's ghouls, yo. I love that word, ghouls. I mean, I don't like it, but it's a good word to describe. There's ghouls and goblins, yo, out here, dude. Bro. Has to be talked about, man. I know, bro. It's almost like I want to be all fun, right? I just want to talk about fun. If I had my choice, man, I just want to have fun, play kickball, competitive kickball with us and with just our communities. It has to be talked about, yo, because I am like Secret Service out here, man. I almost have an earpiece to myself, like, yo, I see weirdos that, boom, if anything pops off, dude, I'm only gonna put them down, and there's no discussion. That's where the pendulum is, righteousness. But then there's the glory hounds. You gotta know thyself. Are you just looking for glory? Are you for real just vibing high and go, man, what's the put low vibe stuff down, yo? I know my heart where I've heard some stuff that has happened locally, and my heart said, get your tools and let's go. And I'm a peace. I respect life. But those that want to harm life, it's natural, in my opinion.
Oh, and by the way, I found the name that I was thinking of, so I don't look like an idiot. No. It was called Karu. It was called Karu. That's one of the diseases. Karu. So that's why I was like Harry. I was like Karu. Kuru. Sorry.
Are they human? Who delights in that? Delights. Removes the light and go, let's have a beautiful feast. These cats aren't human, in my opinion, Chris.
Well, you know, it's interesting too with this kuru. They also call it like kuru means trembling or to shake, and they also call it the laughing sickness. Now, if you think about that.
Oh, Lord, it gets darker and darker, man.
Yeah, and that reminds me of like a few things. Like, so I just watched the movie 28 Years Later, and what they do with this rage virus, the zombies start shaking immediately when they're infected. So like you have a little bit of that in there, and then also you think of the dancing plagues. That's like a uncontrolled shaking people were getting.
Yeah, bro, and they're getting, oh man, they're getting freaked, like frequency freaked.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting controlled and manipulated, and they're dancing to their demise.
Yep.
That's some sinister shit, bro.
Yeah, it makes you think of like the laughing sickness makes me think of a Joker. Like
Bro, I can't stop laughing. This whole thing is
but when it's dark, when it's like a dark duper's delight sort of laughter, you know, it's like usually a different.
Oh yeah.
Has a different frequency, and that's what this reminds me of when they're saying that.
Because if all is nothing, if none of this matters, if it's a big old cosmic effery, and then you get into the fact that did you choose to come to this? Is it a madhouse? I don't think it's a prison. I think what's funny is even the ones experiencing bad stuff, they almost, in the transition, they almost go, yo, I want to do over. Is this a training ground, Chris? And I don't know. I'm not telling you anything like this is it. Chris, what do you think about that, bro? Because man, what is this place about, basically?
I mean, the longer we're here, the longer it feels like it has to be some sort of. I mean, because I feel like I can identify with a lot of the ideas of certain sects, and like not because people often will make Gnosticism one thing, but it's not like. But certain sects of Gnosticism and proto-Gnosticism, like the Valentinians, who thought like, you know, the physical realm might have been created by an entity by something, some sort of consciousness that wasn't all positive, but that doesn't mean it's not a place of learning.
But how do we get sucked into it?
Oh, maybe it's just something everyone has to go through. I don't know. That's where, how the hell can anyone really know that?
Yeah, that's the question, man. I'm just, we're boiling it down here, yeah, dude.
But it's definitely doesn't have to be as dark as it is here. I'll tell you that, because it does.
I don't trust any of the. Sorry to interrupt. I'm sorry for being rude, bro. But like anything on the news, anything with celebrities, anything with governments, anything with the experts, anything with this, anything with that, I consider it all garbage, and all of it's trying to hurt me, and I'm trying to detox from things that try to hurt me. You know what I'm saying? So see you later, nerds. I think you guys should take 1,000,000 poison darts. And I think you guys should eat, dude, it's like shit like Parmesan cheese is like wood shavings or something. You know what I mean? It's like glue and shit.
Oh, apparently if you don't do it yourself, they add some nastiness into just cheap shit in with the regular cheese to like almost like people cut drugs.
Oh, exactly. And drug dealers suck.
Yeah.
Take care of your customers. No, these are worse than drug dealers.
That's why I just get the cheese yourself and do it.
Grate it. It's way
better.
better.
Grate it yourself. Exactly.
Basically, what Chris and I are saying is mature your palate, folks, for all things. Chris, we have someone in the backstage right now. Did you know that?
No, I can't even see back there for some reason.
We got a big deal. It's a big deal.
Is it who I think it is?
I don't know. Who do you think it is?
Moonfeather?
Who do you think it is?
Moonfeather?
No, but she's here with us in spirit, but no, not her. But All right, let's go. Welcome to the stage, the greatest bass player I've ever heard.
Oh, shit. I know it is now.
When you hear the word bass player, everyone, the name automatically incorporates and grows roots because we got the greatest one, the greatest fam. Here we go. Without further ado, the greatest third eye edified. Let's
You
go.
guys, that's very gracious. Thank you. And
I got
unlike my bass playing, I'm
suicidal
late.
tendencies. Go ahead. I'm sorry, bro.
Like, no, I'm much later than I typically am as a bass player, so I feel bad about that. I'm sorry. I've been eating wood chips my whole life. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, and you're fine.
Unfortunately, this is the problem. You know, this is kind of the problem with music too. Like equal temperament works, but it's not good.
Yeah. It does work. And then when you try to play a an older scale where you change A to back to 432, you have a lot of problems. Especially on a piano.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did they build the piano on the new hijackery and not the like you said, the 432?
Well, it's like there's one chord. What is it? Is it the A chord actually where it does this?
G, probably G.
Jorge?
It might be. No, it might have to do with. It might be an F. It might be D because of F sharp or D minor. I don't remember.
It's G.
Ronin, you're just making shit up.
Yeah, I'm making it up. In my grimoire, it's G. Remove the G, and you're good.
I love it.
Yo, Jorge. I like to say Jorge.
Yeah, I don't even know why I said it, because you go by George usually, right?
Oh, it's totally up to the user.
I feel like I heard I must have seen a show recently where someone said Jorge, and I was like, wait, I thought it was George, but
No, it's totally good. It's both 100%. I call myself George, right?
okay,
But I don't know, like
that's what I want to hear. You know, what you're more used
I
to.
appreciate it. No, I get Jorge. I get 30% Jorge in my life.
I like to be fancy.
Yeah, I like fancy. Fancy's good. I like fancy wood chips. Really, how many fancy wood chips have you eaten in your life? Right, it's incredible.
I mean, dude, don't even get me started.
I've had a lot too.
Are we all retarded, George? Because we've been eating. I've eaten everything growing up, and somehow I'm still here.
I know our bodies really are very forgiving. Yeah, it's unreal.
Yeah.
It's unreal. You've had vaccines and bad food and McDonald's. Like,
I've had all the worst. Insert every worst thing I've had it all.
Right. And we're doing okay. The body really can do it. It can handle it. But there's, can you imagine what all of us could be right now without it?
Without it, I wonder how long we'd all be living. if that would be like a thing,
Yeah, 120. Chris, I think you should go for a 120, bro.
I might make that regardless, but
I like the sound of that. Yeah, yes.
120.
120 is good. And it's really, maybe we eat way too much. Even if we eat the best food ever, we might be eating too much of it to begin with.
Yeah. It seems that way, right? Because at least that's what it's showing with the Japanese, why they're living longer and eating way less.
I'll be honest, Chris, George. When I hit 120, I'll gracefully bow out, and I'll go, Jorge, Chris, I'm over it. See you later. And I'm no longer, my avatar no longer has it, and I'm gone.
Wow.
Well, memento mori, man. Memento mori. Gotta remember, we all have to go at one point, which is what the transhumanists and posthumanists can't accept.
Dude, you want to have people around you too, man. You want to have people around you.
This is true, and not just because you have an inheritance for them either. You want real people around you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's wild, George, is I heard this is no secret. Evidently, like when Bob Marley was in the hospital, right? And he's so close to transitioning, right? And it's like there was his daughter spoke about it. She's a grown-up, an adult. At the time, she's a little girl. That's her dad. That's not a $1 million brand or anything. That's just her dad. But you have all these weird people like, yo, sign this. Boom, 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 blah, blah, blah. And the whole time the daughter's getting pushed away. She's probably like 6, 7, or 8, or 9, or 10. I don't know. And then he passes away. And it's like, yo. And then, of course, everyone's going to disappear. Once Bob Marley passes away, the circle dissipates, right? And then you have the daughter and the son there going, what?
Dude.
You know. So, where'd he go?
He probably just got bounced out for a second.
Great. Let's see what's up with the chat. Yo, Chris. You know, Chris, is this every episode's an experience? Am I right? Or
it's all invention, man.
They kicked me right off immediately.
Yeah, we're getting too close to the truth.
I know. No, if you mention Ceylon cinnamon, that's nice and natural. They don't want you to mention it. Nothing. Damn, that was quick. That's a record, right? That was pretty quick. How unfortunate, and I'm sure you guys mentioned this already, but what an interesting past 24 hours,
Which
as far
part?
as the
What
part
happened?
where, the part where like people are killing themselves and silver and gold and pirates doing great.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Lots of things. It's odd. Yeah.
Pretty nuts. And I'm telling you, and was it not yesterday? We were on my Telegram talking about how suddenly all these albums were released yesterday, and I don't
I did see that. I saw that.
Yeah, I think it's a little more than typical, right? It felt like it was above average.
Yeah. I saw you mentioning it, and I actually should check because I haven't checked that, but I took your word for it.
Right.
I'm sure it was more for some reason.
Check out Edifies Telegram. Check out his YouTube. Go to his Telegram. I do a lot of yapping there.
All for the better.
And as Jorge has said, came for the gibber, stayed for the jabber. So I do jabber over there. And also, George shares awesome stuff. I don't know. See, like, we all have gifts. He's more music. My music guy, I'm hitting up George. I'm go, why even? And so, check out George's stuff, man. You know what I mean? And,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. And it's very valid. I mean, here, what's today? This is 11/11, right? Is today 10/11?
Yeah, 11/10, right.
11/10, whatever, right? Whatever. What's that mean to you guys?
Sorry.
No, you're good. No, so what's that mean to y'all? So, George, yeah, man. I lost my train of thought. I was just trying to say how awesome George was, but I also lost my. Did I take us off a side path?
I don't think so. We were talking about
help me out.
Album releases. It was also apparently Mental Health Day, which I didn't know about.
Oh,
a ritual, dude.
Yeah,
and that's weird too because I went to just right after you were saying stuff about what happened in the last 24 hours. I just looked at mainstream news and saw something about CDC and all Trump bringing back a bunch of mistakenly fired scientists to the CDC. So.
Chris, you know what I did today, Chris? I don't know anything because I was at a pumpkin patch.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on today either.
I literally drove northern Georgia pumpkin patch, hour and a half away, beautiful drive, and then on the way back, accidentally found a sunflower farm, and I strolled around there. So I'm like. Then I came home and took a nap, and I was in the mountains.
I was literally out of the park all day until I logged on with you.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. So I don't know, except for Pirate Chain, because I know the Ronin experience had an effect with that, and Loomz is a real one. Like he's La Familia. Captain Legendary Lutz. We just freed the realm last night, so now we're benefiting from investing in the freeing of the realm. It's player versus player. Yo, third, it's wizard versus wizard out here. Decoder versus decoder. Pro grimoire versus pro grimoire. I put mine up against anyone out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and look at what happens. And of course, we don't want to make Google have more than it already does, but it is because of YouTube. If you did this on your own website or something, it probably wouldn't have had the same impact.
No, it might be. I've heard the opposite, actually.
Oh, very good. That's very, very relieving to hear, actually.
No, I've heard people go, I made a website and I actually had more people checking my stuff out.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's what we want. We want to, we have to consider it as.
And I'm not even talking about those million people. I'm talking about, people starting out being, so making our own stuff, growing your own food, being your own source of information, being your own energy worker, being your own financial advisor, all these types of things, blah, 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 yawn. It's not sexy to talk, but it's what I would, being everything, so growing your own food, everything, dude, playing your own music. Bro, if you don't think I have the money, and I'm not going to go, George, can you come jam at my compound and bring all the dopest musicians that you know and play whatever music you want? And here's a blank check, and you take whatever you want you think is valuable. You don't think I'm going to do that? You're crazy. You know what I mean?
Oh, that is beautiful, man.
Because it's independent, right? Or that whatever that word is a little loaded, but you guys know what I mean,
Yeah, 100%, dude. 100%. There's gonna be it doesn't happen overnight, but there is gonna be the day before and the day after, and there's gonna be a change. It's gonna be a change. A change, and it's like, is it
I'm
relaxing?
optimistic.
It might not even be relaxing. It might actually be the opposite of relaxing, because we have to put even 20 times more work in suddenly, and make sure that we can make the world a even better place. It's possible. You changed the world potentially last night. It's like such a stupid thing to say, but you might have changed the world last night. I'm just saying, dude.
That's not an ego thing. I think so. And I'm like, whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, it's not ego. It's not ego. And we're not just like friends talking each other up. Like this really, you have some actual documentable proof of something, a reaction.
Yeah. Well, same with you. So I want to ask you, George, you just put a really positive vibe out there, right? Just now with what you were saying, all of it. And I always ask Chris this, and he says, no, we're cool. I'm always like, are we being too dark? Because in my opinion, I don't think it's being. Before I continue, George, are we too dark when we talk about all this dark shit?
No, I don't think so. I think that it hits like as if let's just say you have this really gory zombie movie you used to watch when you were little. Little kids biting off body parts and private parts, and it's just horribly vicious and violent. And then you show it to someone who's never seen a horror movie before, right? And they're like, oh my God, this is so strong. This is too much. But it exists, and it's worth knowing. You don't want to be surprised by some crazy nonsense that you never thought of. You want to get initiated into it. And even if it's an abrupt way, it exists. You need to know about it. We just have to talk about. We have to, because there's no other way to bring awareness to all the things that exist, and there's no time left to say, I can't think about that right now. I'll look at it again in a few weeks. Like that time is up. So whether it's dark or not, I'm often, sometimes I get the same thing, like, but the gabosh, man, it's too much. I don't want to talk about this right now. But I'm always thinking to myself, like, when I don't want to curse. I'm not going to curse. When are we going to talk about it then? How much time is left to, have fun, like, and just be free and like have a nap? Or I don't think we're going to be having any naps like for like 10 years suddenly. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a lot of work to do. So it's time to start talking about the dark stuff. We need the dark. We got to talk about it. We need to bring light to the darkness and pay attention to the things that no one wants to talk about, because those lizard fucks I cursed. Those lizard people, they're doing this stuff. and we need to talk about it. It's very important to me. I think it's absolutely essential that it's discussed. I really do. And there's times that I'll press record and say, maybe I shouldn't have said all that. But I really feel in my heart that it's very important to talk about it. Never too dark. No. So what are we going to talk about?
And too, did he just say be right back? He always says that. In the middle of you explaining, he ran to take a piss. No, he's there. Okay, he's there.
Okay.
But I was going to say, I will, and also, Ronin, in our defense, before we went into the dark, we were very light, talking about our childhood memories and memories of backyard baseball and wiffle ball and sports and playing outside. So we balanced it out.
Very nice. That's crucial. You're right. That is important. You don't want to do 3 hours straight of the yeah. No, I don't think. Oh, why are you asking? Did I miss something pretty dark before? I didn't. I'm very sorry that I didn't hear the rest of this before I came on. I just got home actually from playing a show of Beatles music, which I was paid for. I assure you. And, so I feel bad. I don't like coming on blank, but I did not get to hear what happened before all this.
Oh, it's okay.
Was it a specific topic that you brought up, or you just mean in general?
No, you're perfect. This is like we're hanging out on the porch. You just came up on the porch. No, we've been talking on, a little Cain and Abelism. You know what I mean?
Right. I heard Gnosticism come up.
Well, yeah, that was a thing.
There's a little bit of the adreno sort of torture and consumption of children.
Right.
Children.
Yeah.
We got into that a little bit.
Children. That's funny. Are you referencing a Dr. Dre song there?
No, I just for a second I was trying to think of something better to say for the algorithm, and then I was just like, well, not going out any different than that. So.
Well, if I may add one more thing, I've already spoken a good amount of minutes since I got on, but if I always think of this because there's most of the time there's a high percentage of people you're speaking to are parents or uncles or babysitters. They have little children in their life, right? And they're like, we can't talk about this stuff. Like, well, your kids watch Monster Inc. Your kids are watching Hocus Pocus. Like, are people ingesting souls of children on TV in front of you? Are you allowing them to see these things, or do you care? You think about it. It's constantly in your face.
Yeah.
And if you would let kids ingest all this entertainment, they're
My
probably
daughter, no.
Yeah.
My daughter, we don't watch that.
Did you see the video Ronin played from what was it, like a one of those greatest chef reality shows? That was wild. It was wild.
See, that's what I mean, Chris. Like George, we were dark earlier. It involves, I don't even want to talk about it. It hurts my heart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Eating one's own, I'll just put it that way. And then not telling people and then going boom. And by the way, that also translates into the fast food stuff. And this was on like TV.
Yeah, one of those reality chef shows, and then he tells the chefs afterwards that whether that really happened or it was like a ruse. We're in one way or the other. It's like if it's a scripted thing that they're just playing a prank on the people and tell them afterwards, it's only to discredit that actually even happens.
Oh.
Yeah, right. It makes it a joke.
But it seemed very real. It didn't seem like the people were acting, because I don't think they were that good of actors on these reality shows.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
So that's what we were mean by dark. Like, it's in your face, and dark things happen by these people.
And I couldn't even believe it was on TV, because I thought it was illegal I thought cannibalism was illegal.
Bro, it is, bro.
That's why I'm like, what is going on here?
By the way, here's a personal thing, Chris. Boots on the ground report. I was in Germany. You go, cool, whatever. And then you go, a lot of the meat products sent to the United States of America as beef actually turned out to be horse.
Wow. Yeah, I heard that.
I don't mind if you're into meat. Okay, you can have horse, but don't try and sell it like it's beef.
Right.
Now, okay. Now fast forward, You try and sell some meat like it's this, but it just happens to be that. What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Soylent Green. Yeah.
Yeah.
Soylent Green, and that's the lightest way I can place it. That, you know what I mean?
Well, it
And
seems
that's
like
our shit.
there's definitely more awareness of available amount of beef versus what is sold in fast food. So that's nice that that's getting awareness right now, because that's a pretty good stat to consider.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, okay, you guys go, cool. We know the food. Whatever they sell you, their food is tainted. Cool, we got it. Their water's tainted. Cool, we got it. Their financials are tainted. Cool, okay. Their air is tainted. Their water, their structures, their product. Cool, 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 cool. Now what? Well, you know, just work on every one of those ticks and go, I'm independent. I'm going to work on my own. I'm going to provide for myself in all of those things. Not going to happen overnight. I go, boom, I got this, bet. I got this, cool. I got that, bam. I got boom, boom. And guess what? Now I'm so powerful. You're not even like, what are we even talking about? Then you're going to have a bunch of people in cities and in suburbs of cities going, oh my gosh, it's horrible. I can't do nothing. And the whole time, I'm sitting on my porch on the side of a mountain with a beautiful sunset and sunrise, both southwest facing, on a porch eating popcorn. My only issue is going to be I need more popcorn for a nice view of Armageddon. You know, I know that's dark, but I don't care anymore, yo. You know what I mean? I'm like, George, you good? He's like, no, I'm good. I'm like, I bet. I'm like, Chris, where you at? Chris is like, yo, I'm so far. I'm in Texas. I'm like, yo, you got like 4 more states to get through before you reach retreat, you know. But yeah, man. In the meantime, why not? Why not? Fuck all these people, man. The masses, they're done.
There's not a lot of time for them to turn around at this point. And we might
And I
have
love, like,
said it
George,
5 years
you're
ago.
caring, right? Am I too cutthroat, George? Because you have a caring spirit, but you're also a very real realist.
Right.
What's the balance between, man, just cut these people, just cut everything off, to love and empathy and understanding? Like,
you know me so well, man.
I
am
lean
like
on
that.
you
I
for
really
a
am
lot.
like that.
No, I lean on you a lot.
I appreciate any kind of words at all. Really, I've been too nice my whole life, and thankfully, the 3 or 4 times that I really had to be, I not only responded quickly, but I didn't. It wasn't with anger. I've never even been in a fist fight. I'm going to be straight up with all of you. I've never even been in a fist fight in my whole life, but I cut off several people immediately with absolutely no chance of recourse, and I had no choice, and it wasn't just like because they got into drugs or something. It was way worse than that, so I had no choice. And other than that, I'm mentioning this because I feel like there's a time and a place, and when it comes to doing what you said about saying, okay, one thing at a time, I'm going to start making food, I'm going to start the finances. As soon as somebody in your life gets in the way of exactly that, you really do have to immediately cut it off and be totally cutthroat about it, because you're now at risk. You're suddenly at risk yourself. Somebody in the Telegram chat, I'm not going to name any names, but we were talking about a very specific topic that will not be named, and the person just flipped out, and suddenly I was worried that this person was going to be a police officer. So you just have to be so careful with everything that you do, that it's important to be that way, and you're a step ahead in that regard. I could use a bit of that sometimes, when I don't do it as much as I could. I think it's crucial, man.
No, dude, I feel like balance. I feel like you both have a good balance. Me, I swing from pendulum to pendulum hard. Yeah, it's very but no, I appreciate that. I don't even want to argue with anyone. I just want to share my ideas. Someone else share their ideas and build. if you're a door shutter or some sort of, I mean, dare I say, gatekeeper of some kind, whether knowingly or unknowingly, of just mental thoughts, not even actions, of perspectives shifting. Man, I'll be honest, I don't even care anymore, yo. To me, if you're fragile, get the fudge away from me, bro. And guess what? I may be fragile too, but my fragility will last about 8 seconds and then I'm over it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you got to give your friends that. Got to give people that a little bit. Give everybody 8 seconds. But at the same time, like, I'm love. I'm gratitude. I will help you if I can. And also, I'll make fun of you too. If I think you're off, I will call you out. I don't know what to tell you.
There's a need for that. I had a friend that passed away that was very similar. And at the funeral, I spoke because we were best friends for life, and I said that this person, his name so and so, everyone could use somebody like this in their life, and I think everyone immediately laughed because they kind of knew exactly what I was saying. He would never, even if he was wrong, he would just call you out immediately. And he stuck by it, and it helped you see yourself in a certain light at certain times when it was most needed. Actually, it was really important. So it's good. You're good, man, is what I'm saying. It's really good to be that way. And I'm sure, there's times when there's regrets. I have regrets of shit that I say half the time, but you're that kind of speaking can really help reveal somebody, because a lot of people are very comfortable and you get those mental ruts where you're just kind of, you think everything's smooth, and then you realize, oh shit, maybe I've been doing this wrong all along, or maybe I shouldn't have said that, whatever it is. It's important, man. It's crucial. It's really good. It creates balance. You're talking about balance. I mean, that kind of that can create a balance for someone that they didn't have.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I totally agree. And when I just heard George talking about how he had a little bit of a history maybe of being too nice, and I've had the same sort of, I would always say, I was too codependent in relationships until I wasn't, until I saw that in myself, and then was like, okay, you need to set boundaries. You need to stop letting people get away with shit when you are uncomfortable and not feeling, when you have a feeling like something's off. You have to actually be able to set a boundary where you're no longer going to take what someone is doing to you that you feel is improper or morally ambiguous, at least at best. I'll make that the very least. But I think if you're that type of person to start with, there's usually a lot of reasons for this. Probably stuff happened in childhood, whatever it is, relationships in the past. But once you are able to get past that, I feel like it's really easy then to let people, to be very calm with people and not really push back until it's absolutely needed. And that might be why Ronin says we're more balanced or something like that. It might just be because of that.
Yeah. Well, I've never. But let me say this too, that I'm this kind of person where people are always saying,
That was fire, by the way.
Yeah. I'm definitely this person where people say, oh, I hate that person. He's always so mean to me, and then never understands anything I say. And I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about. This person's perfect with me every day. I don't get the version of people that people tell me they.
Yeah. No, I know.
So I don't know what, that's a bass player thing. I'm just going with that. I'm gonna think it's that now.
Okay, Chris. I don't think being super empathetic / and I've learned to not really like that word, but I'm going to use it. But you guys get it. like being real empathetic, and I'm into it. I want to. Oh my gosh.
Well, and remember, I didn't say empathetic. I said codependent, which is
Codependent.
different.
Oh,
That's
God.
more like not like because in relationships I had this issue, and when I realized it, I was like, why am I keep having these relationships that are ending really badly, where I feel like I'm being treated like shit, and I'm like, oh, because I don't set any boundaries because of whatever the hell happened when I was younger that made me feel like I have to take on the weight of everyone and not say anything about how I'm feeling. And once you start setting boundaries, and you learn how to do that consistently, then you're not dealing with like people who act like narcissists all the time. If you're that type of person who is dealing with that to begin with, but it also gives you the ability to put up with a little bit more or not be bothered by as much or as easily once you start seeing that, you know?
George, what would you say to Chris as being with your woman and having a billion kids and making it work and in the good parts? What would you say to Chris about the good parts? Because I think we need Chris to probably procreate. Am I right?
Yes.
Much
yes.
more Chris's.
Oh yeah, you got to do that. You got to do that.
Yeah,
Not only is it fun. I mean, first of all, it's fun, right? Just to procreate.
Sure, why not? Dude, get a baseball team together, at least an infield.
Right.
Teach them all to crow hop, tie their right hand behind their back so they turn into lefties. I mean, you know what I mean?
Optimization. Yeah, no, I, we need more of us than them. That's the first thing to mention, no question, right? But you're at a place that a lot of people aren't, and your child will automatically have this head start that is far beyond what most are getting at this point. Most are still getting like vaccinations and scoliosis screening and history lessons from a book,
Yeah.
So being able to produce another child that's not going to have that right now is a big deal.
Yeah, no, me and the girlfriend are.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, we're getting there. Okay. We're getting there.
That's great to hear. I mean, I don't know you that well, but now I do. So that's great to hear, dude.
Yeah, we're getting there. So I'm excited. I'm excited about it moving forward. But I mean, I wouldn't have been able to find her if I didn't do the things I was just talking about and went through all that other nonsense.
I see what you mean. Yes.
Yeah.
You're not the first person I've heard say exactly that, by the way. The whole, I found out a way to set boundaries, and suddenly I found the right woman. And maybe I was the same way, and I never put it into those terms.
You might have just figured it out a different way, and then because like you're saying, if you were very agreeable, it's very similar. I mean, very similar thing because you're not really trying to start confrontation, so you wind up putting up with more than you should. But eventually, especially if it wasn't as bad with you, and you seem to have cut it off the few times you dealt with it, then you already had those boundaries.
Yeah, that probably is true. And I never put it into those terms, but I always hear this. I would always hear about it, like you need to set boundaries.
Yeah.
And I said, well, why the fuck should I do that when nothing's ever? I'm the luckiest person in the entire world. Up until COVID, other than working, 60+ hours a week, I was the luckiest and easiest life you could ever imagine in every single aspect. Other than having money. But by really until COVID. Very simple and easy and wonderful and perfectly easy. But now it's better than ever and very tough.
Yeah. And well, I mean, and I think that's why a lot of people too, even if they didn't want to, they went along with a lot of this stuff during COVID because they were in some way, because usually it's like traumatic experiences in some way create either codependency or extreme narcissism, borderline psychopathy. It's like one or the other. If you're, for some reason, very traumatized as a kid. And I feel like the state can do that. Can traumatize its citizens. And it seems like a lot of people during the lockdowns got so traumatized that they just started complying and not setting boundaries. And I mean, this has been happening probably now for generations, also in schools. And you could apply this in various different ways and different organizations that we've all been a part of.
Yeah. Some of the people I thought were my smartest friends who I don't even really talk to anymore. And one of them was my best man. He was just like, well, why don't you just wear the mask and make sure that you vote next time around? I'm like, dude, you're suddenly the stupidest person I've ever met. I can't believe it. I can't even believe it. Everyone very quickly wanted to see where everyone else was at by, just stating those mainstream media talking points and stuff. See how you react, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And that's such it's like I think Nietzsche called it slave morality. He was like, don't have a slave morality.
Wow.
Which I think he's right.
Slave morality, dude.
Yeah. Because this guy Richard Grannon talks about these things, and he'll like encode, apply narcissism and disassociation and codependency to like the relationship between political parties and their followers, or the state and the citizens. And sometimes he won't directly say that's what he's talking about, but he was doing it during the lockdowns, talking about these things, and you could tell he was talking about governments and the way they're treating the people.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, earlier, Chris, we were talking about some sort of exercise to try and get yourself out of the here and now and get in the moment. I feel like, George, music, I feel like, I've jammed out on the instruments where you're just in it. And even if you're not playing, you can jam out to the tunes.
Right.
And go, wow, I'm just here now listening to these chords. And I think it's a beautiful thing, man. I know, is that too goofy? Or
No, it's just right. It's just right. That's the whole point, I mean, everyone's like, well, I'll never be. People are like, I'll never know what you know. Like that's the least important thing. You need to just pick up the damn thing and go.
Yeah.
Find yourself. It's not, unless you need to make money from the instrument itself, you have no reason to go as far as you're telling me you need to. Just have fun. It's now. It's possible now to have fun. Just get some rhythm. Just use your rhythm. Everyone's got rhythm if you can walk.
How long have you been playing bass, George?
I guess close to 30 years.
Yeah, see, so you've been playing forever, and like I didn't pick up guitar until I was 21, and then I started a band at 21. Like, it's possible. Everyone can at least play rhythm guitar and teach themselves a little bit.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Just the drive, But I think the phone games and the tablet games, it really ruined kids' expectations for results.
Yeah.
And because I've noticed, as soon as I hit after 9/11, I guess my students just suddenly, they were like, I thought I would have this by now. We're like, you didn't even fucking practice. So what do you mean you thought you had it by now?
Bro, back in the day, if you were like, I guarantee you, I could jam on a tambourine barefoot, like, and do backup vocals just like 311. I'm like, I could totally be that guy. With hardly any practice at all. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. If you are honest with yourself, there's plenty of musicality to come out right away, almost immediately for most people. But it's like doing complicated stuff. Fine, whatever. That's another story. But you can play in a band now. All of you, everyone listening, you can be in actually a professional band right now. And if you can act, you need to be able to act it like you own it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're asked to improvise, you won't know what to do. Big deal. We're just talking about making music like in a band.
George, what's your favorite sound in all things?
That's such a random question.
What's your favorite sound, dog?
My favorite sound is, really, the favorite sound is a kind of a subtle, this is so silly, but it really is my favorite sound. The subtle mumblings of my wife waking up. This is my favorite sound of the entire world. It's very comforting, and it also it helps me in the moment. Like, you have to wake up. Usually, my younger boy wakes us up, but it gives me that. It's like when I used to maybe have a cigarette or a joint. Like, I got 5 minutes to myself. This is amazing. The guarantee. Lighting the cigarette was a guarantee, and hearing this mumbling is a guarantee that I have at least 2 minutes of comfort before I start the day. So the sound is the activator for me. It like sets me off,
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's an incredible answer.
Yeah, awesome answer.
I thought about this one all day. I knew you were gonna ask that question.
You can't ask me the question answer now because if I say the same thing, it's gonna look
No,
like
no. It's all wrong.
That's why you're awesome, bro. Yeah, you got, yeah, man, straight up. I mean, yeah.
Ronin was waiting for you to like say a waterfall or something like that.
I thought it'd be like, I was thinking even more
An
so.
instrument.
I was like, I like funk better or soul or you know.
Well, you said noise, right? So that
was perfect, man.
It's the moment. It's a poetic moment in the life of a shared bed experience.
Should I play another vid? Are we? Yeah.
Yeah, do another vid.
All right.
Well, it's not too dark, is it? Sorry, I had to. I'm sorry.
No, we're good. I just have weird clip vids and
Great, dude. I thought I came on way too late. I'm glad you guys are still rolling, man. Thank you. And thank you all the listeners. Thank you.
Yeah, check out Third Eye 85's channel. I mean, what are you even doing? You know what I mean? Like, this is a vibe tribe. This is extended family. We're all related. And shout out to the Mesas. Yeah.
Thank you.
So let me try and play this vid. This is just a good talking point. It creates, in my opinion, good talking points, whatever. Or we'll just continue to tell you how awesome we are. And you guys don't want to hear that all night. See what these guys are talking about. It's all weird.
Vanishing. Many of them are being tortured to create adrenochrome for that blood high. All right, so there's a lot of great evil going on. Having said that, Hillary Clinton sold Yemen and Syria to Saudi Arabia. She sold Libya to France, and she sold Uranium One to Russia. And she had 30,000 emails, many of which dealt with her pedophilia adventures, okay, with the Podestas and so forth. The wealth is actually concentrated by the banks, and the banks are using war as a profit center, and they're manipulating currency and stock exchanges, interest rates, to basically treat the 99%, the deplorables, as cattle. The Great Depression was contrived by the banks with the complicity of Franklin Delano Roosevelt. The Great Depression was contrived in order to destroy the middle class that was seeking additional political power, to buy up America at Depression level prices, and to consolidate banking control over the US government. All of the suffering in the Great Depression was contrived by the banks, just as wars today are contrived by the banks.
Happened around free.
Boom. Thoughts?
Go ahead, George.
Okay. I think it looks like they're very differently approaching the same goal. And we're about 100 years away as it is, right? I wouldn't be surprised if there's more to come very soon. Another reason why it's okay to be dark and talk now and bring awareness. But the other part is that, I was saying like 20 years ago, like, oh, I assume another Cold War isn't going to do it. I assume another hot war isn't going to do it. Like, it's got to be something new that they're going to use, right? So this time around, strangely enough, I think they're going to show their hand in full. I think they're going to take off their masks. They're going to show us everything that they are. They're going to, and I mean literally and figuratively, and they might even threaten us with more, just to achieve any goal that they have now. So it's strangely worrisome, and I'm not necessarily worried now, like immediate, but it seems like they're looking to do something way more extreme than they've ever done to get to this point again, where they can not only sell, it's so silly to even mention it or like say it this way, but yeah, they did it to America, sure. It wasn't just us. And there are plenty of people making tons of money during the Great Depression too, that were not, banksters. But they might try to take a very, very large portion of the world this way. They're going to try. And they might actually do it by threatening people with the reality of all the things they thought were conspiracy theories all along. We're going to take your kids. You're just an energy slave haven't you been feeling tired lately? It's going to get worse unless you comply. And they're just going to act like all the brutish demons in all the horror movies and sci-fi movies you've ever watched. So that's my dark answer for that.
Yeah, I have to agree. I don't think there's much more I could even add to that.
Damn, I wish you disagreed. I wish that I was way off.
Well, I think the only thing we could hope is that this myth that we keep getting and continuing repeating cycles that seems to be like almost like the Atlantis myth that we seem to have, or the follow Babylon myth, that seems to point at society getting to a point where these transhumanist types build up things to a point where everything has to collapse because it's not feasible, and what they're trying to do is basically not possible, or it's destructive to humanity in some way or the other. I mean, it seems like a safeguard against things getting too dark, but that also isn't a good ending either, because usually in all those stories everyone's wiped out. Almost everyone, at least.
That's a good point. But they I mentioned the transhuman angle. That's definitely worth mentioning. And it seems that maybe they were on the brink of this about 100 years ago, and they kind of put a stop on it because they thought maybe we really can't, we're actually pushing too hard. I don't think we can pull this off right now. We're going to have to wait a little bit. And, kind of build up our resources, make sure entertainment prepares them more for it. We didn't prepare them enough with entertainment. And the entertainment that was potentially going to prepare people for it, but just getting squashed in the 19th century, in Europe especially. And now there's no stopping entertainment, and then this whole streaming thing is falling apart. That might have that'd be a major factor in all this, if streaming just dies all of a sudden.
Yeah. I mean, it's, when they did the whole COVID thing in 2020, I was like, why would they do this now like this? It seems like to me, I was like, it seems too fast. They could have just slow rolled this all and got everyone to, but it doesn't matter. They had enough people, it seems like, to actually get the same type of IDs they wanted in Europe, at least. They didn't get it here, not yet. They're trying to, but it's almost like people were so messed up and traumatized by whatever the hell has happened now here at least since 2001, that they're just complying anyways with stuff. You don't even need the threat of a virus at this point. You just say, well, you have to get it to keep working. Or you don't even have to get it, but it's all we really are offering at this point. So it's like, it's optional, but then if you want to go on a plane, you got to bring a passport. And then at the airport, we're going to take your photos. It's not really required, but we're going to make it a pain in the ass if you don't do it. So people just do it.
Right.
Yo.
Yeah, there's too many, there's familial pressure more than even friends or anything. And that's where I think COVID had most of COVID wasn't a success necessarily as far as what we might think they had their goals for. But what was definitely a success is many friends and families completely separated from themselves forever. And that was definitely a large success of COVID. A very unfortunate circumstance. But it's coming back. Just new bonds have been made. Look it up.
Yeah. No.
I mean, we probably met because of COVID. I mean,
that's what we always talk about. That it is weird though how a lot of us are all like in separate places. We're all scattered, which is it's like, what? How did that happen?
That's part of it. That's part of it, man. That's part of it, man.
Yeah.
That's why you got to shine bright.
Right. Good point.
You got to vibe high and freak high, and
Yeah, like you ever been in a room where there's one light and it's in the worst spot and it's a really dim, right? It's a poorly lit room, right?
Oh, I hate bad lighting, bro. I hate bad lighting no matter where I am. I'm like, man, I'm already going blind because I don't want to see none of this nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, I at least need some gentle lighting out here. You know?
That's what I'm getting at. All your friends that we're making now, we're all lamps. You're putting new lamps in your room.
Yeah, they're all my friends are all on it. They're on the football and the mask. They're on all that, yo. And I'm like, man,
On the frequency.
how do I do this, man? You guys are so awesome. How you doing this right now? How are you doing the acrobatics? The acrobatics, yo. How are you not tired right now? I don't like acrobatics. I like parkour in my dreams, but it's like, yo, and when it comes to my ideologies and beliefs, I'm not trying to do too much acrobatics. It has to fit easy. If it don't fit, something ain't right. You know?
Yeah. Definitely, dude. And funny side note, I'm kind of out of shape and I need to change that immediately because to be able to run.
Me too, bro. Dude, I'm so out of shape. Yeah, man. My back feels like a baby seal, you know? You know, you gotta knock out a couple pull-ups every now and again. I'm talking to myself, George, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I like that you remind your audience of that several times.
Yeah.
It's important that, you know, it's very easy to, and a lot of the modern.
Or just hike. You could just hike it.
Yeah, well, but it's just a lot of modern influencers seem like they're completely unaware of who they really are. And they actually are just rolling with whatever it is as long as they can. And they don't
They're
even
not in the sinks, George.
No.
And I don't want to even talk about anybody anymore. It's time for all of us to focus on ourselves, and that's it, and that's that.
That's 100%.
And power through, dude.
Well, that's what your show is all about, man. And mine in a slightly different fashion, but you really do bring the bulldozer. It's very important. And it's really important to just keep the repetition matters at this point too. Because you do live streaming and you don't have like every word written out. Some shows people write out every single word. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
At first I didn't realize that was very common. It was pretty freaking common.
Yeah, I didn't either. I didn't know that people were doing that much, but they are.
Like there's a teleprompter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I realized that pretty recently with what's it called? Who the hell is it? Higherside Chats, when he was talking about how he didn't realize people were using a teleprompter because he was trying to figure out how to remember some of his like announcements he wanted to make at the end of a show.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I think Elgato released a pretty cool one actually.
Yeah. There's some good ones, but yes, people use them for their whole shows. It's like, what?
Well,
yeah, I've got notes. I always have notes, but
yeah.
Announcements are one thing. I forget them all the time, and this is one of the most professional podcasts you'll ever hear. But I forget a lot of announcements that I want to say. But this is, try and come from the heart. I get writing notes down sometimes. Guys, you have no idea. I came here tonight with zero notes, really. And then Chris came.
Yeah, I never have notes,
And then George came. I was like, my notes are I'll write down like one word notes and go, that's my notes. And I'll go, all right, now I'm going to talk about this. You know what I'm saying? My notes are so ridiculous. It's not even funny, but I get it. I can read my own notes. I wrote one word down. I got a good rant on that. That word will lead me to something. I get it.
Right. Oh, yeah, like a single, right. But my main point of even mentioning that is because we're just regular people, and now we have something of an internet personality, even if it is minimal. And it's important to let the audience know that, you're all musicians, you're all scientists, you're all philosophers. You can be a podcaster, whatever you want to call it. I'm personally, I'm just pressing record when I feel like it's very important. I may have read a book and written down, 500 words in response to that to start talking, but it's what I do. I need to do it. I have to. And I also feel like it's very important. So there's no like ego here. And I hope that I think that everyone that's in this chat and the people that watch shows like ours understand that, we're not the average looking for, look at our views. I assume everyone knows that we're not, there's no all-star level or any kind of like financial situation coming from these shows that are, it has nothing to do with
we're being ourselves, and we're all unique, right? Everyone listening and the three of us here right now, and Moonfeather and everybody, we're all unique. So embracing your own uniqueness is cool. And for me, I will always resonate with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you're your own uniqueness. You're into whatever, bet I'm with it too, man. Like, you know what I mean? So we're all unique and just being ourselves, having our own ideas, doing our own actions, doing, you know, seeing things the way we see them. That's all. And we're sharing it together.
Right.
And I'm like, guys, look at the way I see something. And then you're all like, wow, check this out. And you know what I mean? And it's like stuff like that. I'm like, bet, you know?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, buddy.
But it's
cool.
cool.
You can't lie. The music, when George plays bass, you can't lie. You know what I'm saying? When other people are doing their things, you can't lie, dude.
No, very true. And it's very obvious. Lying is a very low vibration, and it sticks its nose out very, very easily. And most people do know, and whether they trust it or not is the question.
Yeah, I don't want to lie. If I'm lying, I want to know. You know, am I lying? Am I lying to myself? Because one thing, again, you know, I may not always be right, but I'm never lying. You know, at least I'm always doing self analysis. Going, are you about this? You about that? Okay, all right, let's go. You know, I'll try and figure it out. You know, on the regular. It's funny, like I'm moving with people in my little adventures today. I just point out how everyone moves, and it's like some people are real sloppy with their moves, and some are real too tight. It's like, man, yo, don't be so tight and don't be so sloppy. Like, reel it in and, you know, just move. But let's listen to that's how they drive too. How people drive is how they walk, and how they walk is how they drive. Just know that.
It's what you tell people that can't keep a good tempo. You say, don't be a Russian dragon.
Don't be a what?
Don't be a Russian dragon. Don't be Russian. Don't be a dragon. Make the tempo good. Don't be a Russian dragon, dude.
Is that a thing? I never heard that.
Oh, it's definitely a thing. Especially with the moldy figs playing jazz, the really older players, they're definitely all about that. Yeah.
Dude, George, am I bad in I thought, but is jazz just cheating?
No.
Well, here's the thing, right? Okay. Jazz, you can't necessarily fake it appropriately, not for the flavors that people are looking for, but the gigs are far easier, but it's after many hours of very focused practice and understanding of things. And then the gigs are easier because no one's ever rehearsed. No one even knows each other. I've done maybe 100 jazz gigs where I didn't know one person that was there. And we played, 30 songs like we knew each other forever. But so it's easier. It's like lighter workload. You just show up and open a book and just play something and just do whatever you want. So it is cheating because you're doing whatever you want.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of it's a heavy knowledge set.
Okay. I'm still a little. Is jazz? I'm still a little off on the jazz because yeah.
It's like any other genre. There's tons of crap too. It's just sophisticated crap,
But let me play this. By the way, I can still look at jazz, yo. Like one of my childhood friends, he's an alchemist, and he would play like folk music, like violin and fiddle from like the Appalachia areas, and I'm like, yo,
that's what's up.
This is the best background music ever as we blaze. This is background music. And it goes on, and I'm like, bet. So I got converted,
I hear that, man.
Let's play this, and let's see where it leads us, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
A finger, while others theorize it's a common ground for secret meetings of extraterrestrials. What? So y'all heard about that guy who found that alien and has it in his house? No, not the guy with the black goo alien. I'll do an update on him soon. And no, not the Boogosphere. This is a completely different guy. That's right, we have another hero. But instead of a sphere, this one's more like a rod cone type of thing. It also has writing on it that's just like the Boogosphere. I mean, check out this video and tell me if it's real. As you can see, he has it in this basement.
Sorry to interrupt, but we have a someone that's going to come on here that's going to talk us about finding the various Boogospheres recently, now doing Indiana Jones stuff, finding amazing artifacts in Mexico now. That person will be on the Ronin experience, so digging it literally out the ground, people.
That is awesome.
So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, buddy.
And every time he goes to record it, the lights start to really flicker. And this is really weird. He puts this radio frequency next to it and it starts to shake like it wants to get out of there and tries to do some tests with it. So far, he's found out it's just like that alien. It burns plants. The stand that it's on. And
what the why is it over here?
Needless to say, it's doing a lot of strange behavior. Also, the symbols on it really do look like 3-Eye Atlas. The words that are written on it also look like two comets approaching a sun. So we got another hero, y'all. Somebody who came through, saw a UFO, and went and snagged it for themselves, put it in a basement. This is exclusive breaking news. So if you go to his YouTube channel, he doesn't have that many followers, and follow him and ask questions and see if this is real. It's looking like some alien force really wants us to find all of these alien drones and even aliens right now. We really got to appreciate them all doing it for the culture, It's becoming harder to deny what's happening now. And I promise I have nothing to do with any of this. I'm just sharing this information. Now, I have my theories on this. What do you think it is? Are we being invaded?
Then, when they're arguing over who will get my top and who will get my bottom for sex, I decided this is the time to run. I ran away and found a police car. They did not believe my story. They arrested me for public nudity. And I'm here to claim my name. I will be the leader. I will be the general. I will lead the army into the woods to destroy him. What do I need? I need $50 million, 3 million guns, trees that can get out of the water and walk, 3 good Terminators, 5 Hulks, a Green Goblin costume.
All right, I stepped away for a second. What did I miss?
You missed the war. This guy's ready for the war.
Is he ready for the war?
This is the guy from, what's his name, Tim Robinson's show.
Tim Robbins had a show?
Tim Robinson.
Oh, Tim Robinson. Sorry.
I think, is it Robinson or is it Tim? It's like I feel like he has almost the same name as like the guy from Shawshank, but it's different. He's a comedian. He was in that movie Friends recently with Paul Rudd. Or Friendship, I think it's called. Friendship with Paul Rudd.
Oh, that dude is awkward. Yeah.
Yeah, that's this guy who you just showed is always on shows with him. And then he was in that movie Friendship too with him. Like, and they're always just arguing back and forth. I think they were in like a sketch group together.
Oh, yeah. If you can be super awkward.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, super awkward. His face is the worst and it's hilarious.
Yeah. Dude.
Yeah, what's going on with all those aliens? What's going on? Seriously.
I saw that story with a guy who found that weird suppository looking pill thing that he found in the desert. I have no idea what to think of it. I know it was on 4chan. Some of the stuff he did seemed a little questionable and odd.
It's pretty questionable.
Why the hell would you ask 4chan if you should put your name out there? Like, why wouldn't you just make that decision yourself? Like, who the hell on 4chan is going to give you advice that you're going to actually trust more than like a lawyer or something? Why? How do you have that room already set up in your basement? Like, that seems like it's made to put something like this in. It's just a lot of weird stuff that doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. And that story now I saw like a week and a half ago. So if it was something crazy, he wouldn't be here anymore. I don't know if he is.
Yeah, good point. I saw the black goo one. I mean,
yeah, I saw a bunch of those
real?
too.
I don't know. Nothing looks. It's cell phones. It's all cell phones. I can't even imagine that. It doesn't seem real. I don't know.
This is so oddly just like that movie with Roddy Piper, Obey, or whatever. They Live.
No, They Live. Yeah.
It is so more and more and reinforced that there's an iteration of that happening. It is crazy, dude.
Very good point.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, I look I like all the comics and things, and they're built on myths and things, and I'm like, yo, I'm buying into it, yo. Like, I know they're like, you can be so, like, that might even be a psyop, and it is, because it's built on, you know, the like mythology of like various stuff, right? It's not original stories, so it's okay. But it's very interesting, you know, very interesting. Can you be a Buddhist monk? Can you levitate half a centimeter off the boulder? No. Mind over matter?
I would be so much more excited if it was from the bottom of the ocean, if they said that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, right? But no, I can't levitate. And I'm sure I could if I paid attention. If I really focus, you know, if I had a few weeks to focus and have no interruption.
Yo, let's get out of here, man. I'm struggling. I don't, you know.
Let's call it. Let's call it. You already did 2 hours and 45 minutes. Jesus.
That's a lot, dude.
Pretty big.
I thought I was gonna be on my own. I'm like, I'm out of here in 25 minutes. See you later.
Nah, man, I wasn't gonna leave you hanging. Neither was George. We got here.
Well, I'm very sorry I missed the rest. And you're certainly having Loomz on it's a big deal, dude. You're helping. You're just helping. You're helping. You're the opposite of hurting. Whatever the opposite of hurting is, that's what you're doing.
Yeah, buddy.
Just bringing awareness. I'm bringing awareness to solutions. You know, why not? But I appreciate that, George. You're freaking awesome, guys. Check out last night's Ronin experience. It was like, how all these atrocities, how do we avoid every single atrocity from here on out? And it was like, that was shared last night on the show, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
dude. Starving the beast of all data, financials. I mean, what are we even talking about? You know what I mean? And there's nothing to sell. There's nothing to shill. There's just, it's just what it is, you know? So much love.
Appreciate you guys. Appreciate both you guys. Appreciate you, Ronin. Appreciate you, George.
Same here. Thank you. Big time. And if I may add one last thing, Ronin.
Yes, please.
Something that was said last night, the honesty was through the roof, and I hope that that's seen and appreciated. You know, somebody said, oh, you said it. You're like, Loomz, how am I going to pay for groceries? What about all my bills? Regarding, you know, Pirate, let's say. And he's like, it's not going to change tomorrow, but this is the not only the beginning, but this is the answer. That might have been one of the most important things you discussed, and the honesty was very crucial, and you know, you could really feel that there was nothing but love there. It's really great. It's a big deal.
Oh yeah, couldn't have said it better myself, man.
Well, I appreciate you guys. My throat is sore. I need to get some water. I'm out of water. Yeah.
Yeah, brother. Get some rest, brother. You did 2 big shows in a row, 2 nights in a row. It's a lot.
Oh, I hibernated last night. You know, it was good.
Nice.
So much love, gratitude. I'm gonna play this song. Appreciate you guys, and I'll talk to you guys later. Okay.
Thank you.
Of course. Much love, guys.
I just want to get the Yo Angelo so bad.
It's a new world that we all living in. Everyone consumed by fear and loss of dividends. What they images. Focus on the fake shit that you can't take after this flesh diminishes. Sometimes I fall right into the circus, learning how to let go of what no longer serves us, or accepting what God has put right before us. It's so hard to see through the fog. All these programs encoded, all these robots and roadblocks. Drove by a carriage full of blood stocks, froze by the cold in their heart. Me and said to step back, but I still reach beyond. Asking for a sign, the universe responds. Too much weight up on my heart, I took a moment just to breathe. In order to reunite with your true nature, took a moment just to breathe. Your best friend, and you bring that best friend wherever you go. Breathe. This interesting journey where we've learned so much conceptually and integrated into the science of our body. And that means we know so much spiritually. We've read, we've heard, right? So many obfuscations, obscurations, accumulations, accusations, acts and fakeness. It all get the acts and relaxation, integration. Take it back to basics. Our natural great perfection state, never stuck in a stasis. Spontaneous, vast, spacious. While we cover up the love in us with envious, jealousness, greediness, and covetous. Breathe, hear the breeze on the reeds of the papyrus. It turns into scriptures we can read. Breathe, coming to Eve like a thief in the breath of Holy Spirit. We find our relief. Grief and suffering reached and breached each one of us. Time for a cathartic release. Peace is the gospel we preach, not just in speech, but in how we treat the unloved and the weak. Air is the prayer that we all share. Help me carry the cross that we all must bear. I see the target clear in the crosshairs. Christ aware, who paid the debt for the cost here. Blessed are those who've been mourning and transforming. Joy cometh in the morning. Poorly, my heart is broken, spirit contrite, yet the Lord is my hope. There's no fear in his light. Breathe. Being your breath and bringing your breath with you. Breathe. Inhale, exhale. And every activity of your life becomes an opportunity to synchronize your breath. Breathe. The beauty of movement, the beauty of speech, the beauty of listening, the beauty of choice. I'm trying to put first the queendom. Can't put a price tag on life. Don't need to earn my freedom. While they burn and eat it, Mama Earth is screaming, and it hurts to see it. But all the pain inside the flames just rebirth the phoenix. My personality create my personal reality. It's all divine time of God's perfect genius. We become as little children. Christ said to be a kid. I put the God within me first because the kingdom is within. Rest the spirit with this respiration. Hail the elation deep within with this deep inhalation. Satchit Ananda, I'm bliss. Amen. I am what God is. Cause Atman is Brahman. And I hope you can hear it. Listen closer. And the soul's infinite gold and never bold. The breath is the Holy Spirit with treasures untold. But infinite breath about the but this art style. You need a telescope to glimpse this vision cause it's far out. All I saw was robots and roadblocks. Now all I see is a most high. Devil equal double. I am one with pure light. I ain't tryna set trends. I'd rather transcend. Cause what's $1 billion worth when you stressing? I let my art speak authentically. Fuck a job. I only take money from Jah. That's a love I breathe. Certainly floating in blessings. Breath is my currency. It's an ocean of presence. That's why it's called a currency. Holy Spirit, help me learn to breathe. Holy Spirit, help me learn to breathe. And even if you think when the body expires, that's when breath stops. So as an experience with escorting souls to the other side and visiting where beings go after the experience of death. You move from a physical body into a light body, and the breath continues in a different dimension.